Welcome, dear friend. Tonight, I want you to close your eyes and imagine something very gentle, yet profoundly mysterious. Picture the quiet, silver glow of the moon floating high above, a tender guardian watching over the night. Its soft light draping the world like a cozy blanket, whispering secrets to the oceans and guiding the slow dance of the tides. Now, imagine if in the stillness of tomorrow's dawn, the moon simply vanished, gone like a dream fading at the edge of waking. What would happen to the earth beneath? How would the night sky change its story? Let's drift slowly into this quiet wonder and explore together the gentle rhythms that connect us all. The moon, the earth, and the silent spaces in between. There's no rush, just breathe and follow the soft pull of curiosity as we begin our journey. The moon hangs softly in the velvet night sky, a gentle lantern suspended above the sleeping earth. Its pale silver light spills quietly across fields and rivers, casting delicate shadows that stretch and fade with a tender grace. This glow is not harsh or bright like the midday sun, but rather a soft embrace, a whispered lullaby that soothes the world beneath it. Imagine the moon as a guardian, watching patiently through the long hours of darkness, bathing the earth in its calm and steady presence. It is both close and distant, a companion whose light reaches us from hundreds of thousands of kilometers away, yet feels intimately near. The moon's glow is the color of quiet dreams, cool, comforting, and full of a gentle mystery that invites calm. This light, born not of its own fire but reflected from the sun's golden rays, is transformed by the moon's smooth, dusty surface. The moon's landscape, pocked with craters and plains, scatters sunlight softly in all directions. This scattering makes the moon's glow appear tender and diffuse, like the light of a candle seen through a thin veil. As you breathe slowly, imagine that light wrapping around you like a silken shawl, softening the edges of the world, blurring sharp lines into gentle curves. The moon's glow slows time, as if the earth beneath it takes a deep, unhurried breath. It invites every living thing to rest. The trees sway more languidly, the night animals move in quiet rhythms, and the oceans reflect that calm with shimmering surfaces that seem to hold the stars within. Beneath this lunar glow, the Earth's landscapes transform. Mountains soften into silhouettes, lakes mirror the moon's pale face, and the smallest leaf shivers with a gentle lightness. The moon's quiet presence shapes the night not only with light, but with an essence of peace that reaches into the soul. There is something ancient about this glow, something that connects us to a timeless rhythm. For millennia, the moon has been a steady friend to every night, a companion that has never failed to rise. Its cycles, moving from new to full and back again, have marked the passage of time for all life on Earth. The moon's changing face is a slow, deliberate dance of light and shadow, a soothing pattern that echoes the heartbeat of the Earth itself. When the moon is full, it is a glowing pearl in the sky, its light spilling generously, reaching into the deepest shadows. On nights when it is new, the moon hides like a secret, its absence a gentle invitation for the stars to sparkle with more intensity. Each phase brings its own kind of quiet beauty, a shifting song that guides the Earth's rhythms. As the moon waxes and wanes, so too do the lives of the creatures beneath it. Many animals, plants, and even the tides respond to this lunar melody. The night's creatures awaken with the moon's rise, moving through the darkness under its soft illumination. The moon's light is a guide for those who move between worlds, creatures of the night and dreamers alike. The moon's glow also touches the human heart. It has inspired poets, dreamers, and lovers for countless generations. There is a universal feeling of calm that comes when gazing up at this gentle orb, a sense of connection to something larger, something patient and eternal. The moon reminds us that even in darkness there is light, soft and reassuring. On quiet nights when the world seems hushed and the air cools like a tender breath, the moon becomes a storyteller. Its light weaves through the branches of trees, dances on the ripples of water, and settles softly on sleeping rooftops. It speaks in silence in the spaces between sounds, inviting the world to rest and dream. Its steady presence can feel like a heartbeat in the night, a rhythm that steadies the restless mind. The moon does not rush, it moves with a timeless grace, tracing an arc across the sky that is both familiar and endlessly new. It reminds us of cycles, of beginnings and endings, of the delicate balance between light and shadow. The quiet glow of the moon also offers a mirror, reflecting not just sunlight, but the depths within ourselves. It invites reflection, introspection, and the gentle turning inward that accompanies nightfall. In its soft light, worries can soften, and the mind can drift away from the clamor of the day. As you imagine the moon's silver light resting on your skin, feel its calm wash over you, like a slow tide. Let it ease the tension in your muscles, smooth the furrows of thought, and lull you into a gentle stillness. The moon's light is a balm, a peaceful companion, guiding you toward rest. This light has traveled far, journeying across space for more than a second to reach your eyes. That travel is a quiet miracle, a cosmic connection that links you directly to the vastness beyond. When you look up at the moon, you are glimpsing the ancient story of the universe, told in beams of soft, gentle light. The moon's surface itself holds stories. Its craters are scars from cosmic whispers, meteorites that kissed its surface long ago. These marks tell tales of encounters in the vastness of space, each one a reminder of the moon's quiet endurance. Despite these collisions, the moon remains a steadfast glow, unchanged in its serene vigil. Below the surface, the moon's interior holds secrets as well, a core that once pulsed with molten energy, shaping the orb's slow rotation and steady orbit around Earth. This delicate balance between Earth and Moon is a dance choreographed by gravity, a rhythm so precise it has guided our planet's nights for billions of years. The Moon's gentle orbit brings it closer and farther over the course of each month, changing its size and shape in the sky. This slow celestial movement is like a breathing, living presence, a heartbeat measured in nights rather than seconds. It is a companion that never hurries, teaching us the power of patience and steady presence. As you sink deeper into this vision, imagine the moon's glow slipping through your window, painting your room with a soft silver light. It traces gentle patterns on your skin and whispers calm into your mind. With every breath you take, the moon's serene light grows warmer, wrapping you in a quiet embrace that invites peace. The moon's glow touches everything: the restless waves, the whispering trees, the quiet animals, and now it touches you. It is a thread in the fabric of the night, a soft song that hums beneath the sounds of the world. Its light is a promise that no matter how dark the night, there is always a gentle light shining somewhere. Feel your body grow heavier, more at ease, as the moon's luminous embrace settles over you, like a silken cloak. The world slows, the noise fades, and the quiet of the night becomes your sanctuary. In this moment, the moon is your silent guardian, a calm presence watching over your dream. As the silver light wraps around you, your breath deepens, slow and steady like the pulse of the tides beneath the moon's watchful eye. The moon's quiet glow invites your mind to wander through peaceful landscapes, where soft shadows dance and time unfolds like a gentle breeze. This luminous companion has traveled billions of years through space and time to be here with you now, a reminder of the vast, beautiful universe cradling us all. Let yourself be soothed by this ancient, silver light. Let it guide you gently toward rest, where dreams drift softly on the moon's gentle glow. The moon's presence in the night sky feels serene, like a silent guardian, but beneath that stillness lies a gentle, invisible force, gravity. This force, delicate yet unyielding, is the quiet pull that connects Earth and Moon in an eternal embrace. Though unseen, it is felt everywhere, in the rhythm of the tides, the steady tilt of our planet, and the pulse of life itself. Imagine gravity as a tender hand reaching across the vastness of space, softly holding the moon close to Earth. This pull is a conversation without words, a silent exchange of energy that guides the moon's steady path around our planet. The moon, in return, reaches back with its own gentle tug, and together they dance, a cosmic waltz of attraction and balance. This tender connection is the reason the moon never wanders too far from our sky. Instead, it circles us in a slow, calm orbit, taking nearly a month to complete a full revolution. This orbit is not hurried or erratic, but steady and sure, a reflection of the balance between the moon's forward motion and Earth's gravitational hold. Though gravity feels like an invisible thread, its effects are very real. It is gravity's soft pull that causes the ocean's tides to rise and fall, a slow and steady breathing of the seas. As the moon pulls on the waters, vast expanses of ocean swell gently, moving toward the moon's position. This creates the high tides, a rhythmic swell that sweeps across the shores in a timeless cycle. Simultaneously, on the side of Earth opposite the moon, water also bulges outward. This may seem puzzling, but it is the result of Earth and moon's mutual dance. As Earth spins, the water lags slightly behind, creating a second bulge. The ocean's surface then rises and falls twice every day, ebbing and flowing with the moon's gentle gravity. The tides are more than just water movements. They are the heartbeat of coastal ecosystems. Tides shape the lives of countless creatures, from tiny plankton drifting in tidal pools to great whales navigating vast ocean highways. The gentle rise and fall of the seas create habitats, offer nourishment, and guide migration. All of this is choreographed by the quiet pull of the moon's gravity. Beyond water, gravity's influence extends to the Earth's very shape. Our planet is not a perfect sphere, but slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. The moon's pull contributes to these subtle contours by stretching the Earth gently along the line between the two bodies. It is as if Earth breathes, responding softly to the moon's touch. This gravitational embrace also helps stabilize Earth's tilt, the angle at which our planet leans as it spins through space. Without the moon's steady hand, this tilt might wobble wildly, causing dramatic shifts in climate and seasons. Instead, the moon's presence keeps Earth's axis balanced, fostering the gentle rhythms of spring and autumn, of warmth and cold. All living beings on Earth are attuned to these rhythms. The tides shaped by the moon influence not only the oceans but also the air above them, guiding the migration of birds and the blooming of plants. Human culture too has long been touched by this rhythm. Calendars and festivals often trace their origins to the lunar cycle, a deep acknowledgement of the moon's influence on our lives. Gravity's pull between Earth and moon is a dance of gentle tension and balance. It is a constant conversation, without noise or hurry, that shapes the very fabric of our planet's environment. This soft embrace connects sky and sea, night and day, guiding the silent pulses that sustain life. As you breathe quietly now, imagine this invisible force weaving between you and the moon, a tender thread of connection stretching across the night sky. Though you cannot see it, you can feel its presence, a steady, calming pull that anchors you gently to the world. This force moves with patience and care, reminding us that even unseen bonds can hold great power. It teaches us about connection, about the delicate balance required to sustain harmony. Just as gravity holds Earth and moon in their celestial dance, so too do unseen ties hold us softly in place, among the stars and in the quiet night. Let yourself rest in this knowledge, feeling the gentle tug of gravity as a lullaby sung across the cosmos. Its tender touch is a promise that you are part of a vast, loving universe, a universe held together by soft, unseen hands, guiding everything toward balance and peace. The moon and Earth, locked in their quiet embrace, spin through space together, a duet that has lasted billions of years. Their relationship is a story of gentle persistence and unwavering support, a cosmic friendship that shapes the tides of the oceans and the rhythm of our night. As you imagine the slow, steady pull of gravity, feel your own breath become slow and measured, matching the rhythm of the tides and the orbit of the moon. There is comfort in this slow dance, a peaceful harmony that invites your mind to drift softly and your body to relax deeply. The quiet pull of gravity between Earth and moon is a reminder that strength can be gentle and connection can be silent, yet profound. In this tender force we find a calm that holds the world together, a soft touch that carries the night forward and welcomes the dawn. Now, Let this invisible bond cradle you like the oceans held by the moon. Allow your thoughts to ebb away gently with the tides, carried on the quiet waves of gravity's embrace. Feel the steady heartbeat of the universe echo in your own, a timeless rhythm that guides you toward rest. As the night deepens and the moon continues its slow journey across the sky, remember this tender connection. It is always there, a soft pull in the darkness, a silent comfort, a lullaby written in the language of gravity. The story of the moon is a tale woven in the fabric of time, stretching back billions of years before the dawn of life on Earth. It is a story born from cosmic chants and gentle companionship, an ancient dance that has shaped the world we know today. To understand the moon's quiet presence in our night sky, we must travel back to the earliest moments of our solar system, a time when chaos and creation intertwined in the cosmic dark. In the vastness of space, long before Earth had settled into its familiar orbit, the young solar system was a swirling disk of gas, dust and rock fragments. These materials, scattered like celestial whispers, began to clump together under the soft pull of gravity, forming larger bodies, proto-planets, in a slow, patient gathering. Among these newborn worlds was Earth, still molten and restless, its surface bubbling with fire and mystery. It was a time of collisions and change, of wild forces shaping the future with each cosmic encounter. One such encounter, gentle yet profound, gave birth to the moon. Imagine a celestial dance partner, a Mars-sized body named Theia, wandering too close to the young Earth. In a slow, graceful collision, Theia brushed against our planet, not with destruction but with creation. The impact sent a cloud of molten rock and debris into orbit around Earth, swirling like a soft mist caught in the embrace of gravity. From this cloud, over time, the moon was born, a companion molded from fire and dust, slowly cooling and hardening into the glowing orb we see today. This birth was not violent chaos, but a tender coming together, a cosmic friendship forged in the gentle balance between force and harmony. For billions of years since that moment, Earth and moon have danced together in a slow, steady rhythm. They orbit and revolve, locked in a silent embrace that shapes the cycles of night and tide. This dance is a delicate balance of energy and motion, a celestial waltz guided by gravity's tender hand. The moon's orbit is nearly circular, moving in harmony with Earth's rotation. As the moon travels around our planet, one side always faces Earth, a quiet companion that never turns away. This synchronous rotation is a testament to their close relationship, a cosmic mirror reflecting Earth's presence back into the night sky. Throughout this dance, the moon has quietly influenced the evolution of life and the rhythms of our world. Its gravitational pull stabilizes Earth's tilt, fostering the seasons and climate patterns that make life possible. The steady ebb and flow of tides shape coastal ecosystems and the migrations of countless creatures. The moon's surface tells a story of resilience and time. Its craters, formed by ancient impacts, are like fingerprints left by cosmic travelers, marking the passage of billions of years. Yet, despite these scars, the moon remains a calm, glowing sentinel, a symbol of endurance and steady companionship. This cosmic friendship between Earth and moon is unique in our solar system. While other planets have moons, none share the same close, nurturing bond that ours does. The moon's size relative to Earth, its proximity and the gentle balance of forces create a relationship both powerful and tender. As you imagine this ancient story, picture the young Earth and moon circling each other through endless nights and days, a pair locked in a slow embrace beneath the vast expanse of stars. Their companionship is a quiet testament to patience, balance, and the beauty of cosmic connection. Feel the vastness of time stretching behind you, reaching into the deep past where stars were born and planets formed. The moon is a living link to that distant era, a glowing memory of creation's gentle artistry. This story invites a sense of wonder and peace, a reminder that even in the vast, often turbulent cosmos, there are relationships built on quiet harmony and enduring presence. The moon's journey alongside Earth is a dance of friendship that continues to this day, its silver light a steady comfort in the night. As you breathe softly, imagine yourself drifting back through this cosmic history, carried gently on the wings of starlight. The moon's story is your story, a shared voyage through time and space, wrapped in the tender rhythms of the universe. Let this ancient companionship soothe you, a lullaby sung by the stars themselves. The moon, born of fire and dust, now cradles the night in its soft glow, inviting rest and quiet dreams beneath its watchful gaze. The moon moves across the night sky with a quiet, steady grace, a silent conductor guiding the rhythms of Earth's natural cycle. Though it makes no sound, its influence is profound, shaping the tides, the behavior of animals, the blooming of flowers, and even the patterns within our own bodies. It weaves a gentle, invisible melody that flows through every corner of the natural world. The moon's steady journey through its phases, waxing and waning like a slow celestial breath, sets the pace for many living rhythms. Its phases create a cycle of light and shadow that mirrors the ebb and flow of life itself. As the moon grows from new to full, its increasing glow inspires the world beneath to awaken in subtle ways. When it fades again, the world quiets, preparing for rest and renewal. One of the most familiar expressions of the moon's influence is found in the tides, the slow rise and fall of the ocean's surface. The moon's gravity gently pulls on Earth's vast waters, creating two tidal bulges that move around the planet every day. These tides are the ocean's heartbeat, a rhythm that has persisted for billions of years. But tides are more than just water levels. They govern the lives of countless creatures who live along the shores and within tidal pools. Crabs scuttle with the retreating tide, searching for food in newly exposed sands. Seaweed sways in time with the waves, providing shelter and nourishment. Birds follow the tide's pulse, timing their feeding and nesting with the ocean's dance. Beyond the sea, the moon's cycles influence the behavior of many land animals. Certain species time their breeding or migrations to the lunar calendar. Sea turtles, for example, hatch under the cover of darkness during specific moon phases, using the moonlight to guide their first journey to the sea. Similarly, coral reefs often synchronize their spawning with the full moon, releasing clouds of eggs and sperm into the water in a magical underwater spectacle. Even plants respond to lunar rhythms. Some flowers open and close in tune with the moonlight, their petals unfolding like soft hands reaching toward the silver glow. The gentle cycles of the moon encourage growth and rest, weaving a pattern of renewal that echoes through the seasons. Humans, too, carry echoes of lunar influence within their own rhythms. Our sleep cycles, moods, and biological clocks are subtly attuned to the waxing and waning of moonlight. Though modern life often masks this connection, ancient cultures revered the moon as a guide for planting crops, healing, and celebration. The moon's silent conducting extends to the cycles within us, the steady heartbeat, the breath's rise and fall, the quiet tides of emotion and thought. Its gentle pull reminds us of the deep interconnection between our bodies and the natural world, a web of rhythms that bind us softly to Earth's cycles. This lunar influence unfolds without rush or demand. It is a patient presence, a slow pulse beneath the surface of awareness. The moon asks nothing but to be seen, felt, and respected in its quiet power. As you breathe slowly now, imagine the moon's soft light touching every living thing around you. Feel the gentle rise and fall of the ocean tides echoing in your own breath, the steady pulse of life carried in the rhythm of the moon's orbit. Let this silent conductor guide your thoughts into stillness, your heart into calm. The moon's light invites you to slow down, to listen deeply to the cycles within and without, and to rest in the peaceful flow of nature's quiet music. The moon's pale light has long been a quiet companion to human hearts, a gentle presence woven through our dreams, stories, and emotion. It is more than just a glowing orb in the sky. It is a soft, shining thread connecting generations, a silver mirror reflecting the depths of our feelings and the mysteries of the night. Throughout history, the moon has inspired poets to craft verses full of longing and wonder, artists to paint skies washed in soft silvery hues, and dreamers to gaze upward with a sense of hope and quiet yearning. Its glow has touched the tender places within us, those parts that feel deeply, love fiercely, and seek peace in the stillness. Imagine the moon as a patient listener, watching silently as countless nights unfold below it. It sees the laughter shared beneath its glow, the tears shed in solitude, and the whispered wishes sent on its light. The moon holds these moments gently, cradling them in the quiet vastness of the sky. Our ancestors looked to the moon not only for guidance, but as a symbol of the cycles that shape life, birth and death, growth and rest. joy and sorrow. Its phases echo the rhythms within our own hearts, reminding us that change is natural and light always returns after darkness. In the hush of nighttime, when the world slows and shadows lengthen, the moon invites introspection. Its glow casts a soft light on our inner landscapes, illuminating memories, hopes, and quiet fears with compassion. Under this silver light, we can feel safe to explore the depths of our being, to dream freely and to heal gently. Lovers have long found magic in the moon's embrace, its light weaving through moments of tenderness and connection. The moon's glow can seem to wrap around two souls like a silken thread, binding them softly in shared warmth and quiet understanding. Stories and myths from cultures around the world speak of the moon as a guardian of mysteries, a bridge between worlds, a keeper of secrets, and a guide for souls wandering the night. It is a symbol of transformation, its changing face reminding us that nothing stays the same, yet everything is held within the great cycle of life. Children have looked up to the moon with wide eyes full of wonder, imagining it as a distant friend, a glowing playground, or a gentle guide through dreams. The moon nurtures the imagination, opening doors to worlds both familiar and fantastical, where stars whisper and shadows dance. This emotional glow of the moon is a language beyond words, felt in the quiet moments before sleep, in the soft sighs of solitude, and in the shared silences beneath the vast sky. It is a balm for restless minds and a beacon for wandering hearts. As you breathe slowly now, let the moon's tender light fill your own heart with calm. Feel its gentle glow warming the spaces within you that long for peace and connection. Let its soft presence remind you that you are part of a vast, beautiful universe, cradled in light and love. In this quiet embrace, allow your thoughts to drift like clouds across a silver sky, your emotions settling like petals on still water. The moon's glow is here to comfort you, to inspire gentle dreams, and to guide you softly toward rest. With every breath, imagine the moon's light weaving through your being, a gentle thread of calm and hope. Let it wrap around you like a warm shawl, inviting you to relax deeply and surrender to the peaceful rhythm of the night. The moon's gentle presence in our sky is more than a beautiful sight. It is a silent guardian cradling Earth in a delicate balance that supports life's quiet harmony. Like a soft, steady heartbeat beneath the surface of the world, the moon's influence weaves through the rhythms of nature, shaping the cycles that nurture and sustain us all. This balance is subtle, woven from invisible threads of gravity, light, and time. The moon's steady orbit acts as a stabilizing force, holding Earth's tilt in a gentle embrace. Without this quiet support, our planet might sway unpredictably, and seasons as we know them could shift with wild abandon. Instead, the moon helps keep Earth's axis steady, allowing the slow passage of spring, summer, autumn, and winter to unfold with reliable grace. The tides, too, are part of this balance, the ocean's breathing guided by the moon's tender pull. These rising and falling waters sculpt coastlines, nourish ecosystems, and carry nutrients across vast distances. The rhythmic dance of the tides is a lullaby for the planet, a steady pulse that connects land, sea, and sky. In the moon's soft glow and gentle touch, life finds a rhythm to follow. Many species have adapted to these cycles, their behaviors harmonizing with the lunar beat. From the spawning of corals beneath full moonlight to the migrations of birds timed with lunar phases, the moon's presence is a constant cue in nature's grand orchestra. Even within our own bodies, echoes of the moon's rhythm can be felt. The cycles of sleep and wakefulness, the ebb and flow of emotions, and the subtle tides of energy and rest all resonate with the moon's steady pattern. This connection invites us to move more gently through life, to honor the natural rhythms that sustain us. As you breathe quietly now, imagine yourself cradled by the moon's light, a soft silver shawl wrapping around you, holding you safely in its embrace. Feel the calm stability it offers, like the steady beat of a heart that never tires, a presence that has endured through eons. This balance the moon supports is a gift of patience and grace. It teaches us that harmony is found not in force or hurry, but in gentle constancy and quiet presence. The moon's watchful glow is a reminder that life thrives best when held in tender balance, where each cycle flows softly into the next. The vastness of the night sky stretches around you, filled with stars and the calm glow of the moon. In this quiet expanse, you are part of a greater whole, a universe held together by unseen forces and gentle rhythms. The moon's role in this balance is a silent song, a lullaby of connection and peace. Let this knowledge soothe your mind and feel the steady calm of the moon's influence settling deep within you, guiding you toward rest and renewal. As your breath slows and your body softens, allow yourself to drift on this gentle tide of balance and light. The moon's presence above the restless oceans is like a silent, tender hand reaching across the vastness of space, gently pulling the waters in an endless, graceful dance. This invisible force is gravity, the subtle, unyielding attraction that binds the moon and earth together in their eternal embrace. Though unseen, its power is felt everywhere along the shorelines and beneath the waves, shaping the ocean's slow rhythm with soft precision. Imagine gravity as a quiet breath between two dancers, an invisible thread pulling one toward the other with patient persistence. The moon's gravity tugs at Earth's waters, lifting them gently, coaxing the oceans to rise in vast bulges toward its glowing face. These bulges are the tides, the planet's slow breathing pulse, moving in time with the moon's steady orbit. The oceans respond to this pull with a delicate, graceful motion. As the moon orbits Earth, it pulls the water into two opposing bulges, one on the side facing the moon drawn directly by its gravity, and another on the opposite side caused by the Earth itself being pulled slightly toward the moon, leaving water behind in a gentle rebound. The result is a subtle swelling of water that moves slowly around the globe, rising and falling with a quiet rhythm. This ebb and flow of the tides is like the ocean's breath, a slow inhalation and exhalation that shapes the shorelines and nourishes life. Each high tide lifts the waters higher, flooding coastal plains and tidal pools with salt and life. As the tide retreats, it draws back, leaving behind hidden treasures and new spaces for creatures to explore. The moon's pull on the seas is a constant, reliable force, steady and sure as a heartbeat. It is a rhythm older than human memory, a slow cycle that has persisted through countless days and nights. The tides remind us that even the vastest oceans are not still but are alive with movement, responding to forces that reach far beyond the horizon. This dance between moon and sea is gentle yet powerful, invisible yet undeniable. The oceans trace patterns shaped by gravity's soft hand, their waves rising and falling in time with the moon's slow journey across the sky. Each tide is a quiet expression of connection, a reminder that even the largest bodies of water are shaped by unseen bonds. The tides follow a cycle of roughly 24 hours and 50 minutes, slightly longer than a day because of the moon's own orbit around Earth. As the moon moves, the bulges of water shift with it, creating two high tides and two low tides in many places around the world each day. This slow repeating cycle is a lullaby sung by the ocean, its melody carried on the salty breeze. Beyond the moon's pull, the sun's gravity also joins the dance, adding its own gentle influence to the tides. When the sun and moon align during full and new moons, their combined forces create spring tides, higher highs and lower lows, a crescendo in the ocean's song. When they form a right angle, neap tides occur, softening the tide's reach with gentle lows and highs. But it is the moon's touch that shapes the fundamental beat of this tidal rhythm. Its gravity is a quiet force that molds the ocean's movements with care and patience, crafting a slow dance that has carried on for billions of years. The moon's pull reminds us of the unseen connections that shape our world, of the delicate balances that sustain life on Earth. As waves lap softly against the shore, their rhythm is a reflection of this cosmic embrace. The waters rise and fall, create spaces for creatures to thrive, tidal pools sparkling with life, sandy shores reshaped with each tide, and estuaries where fresh and salt water mingle in gentle harmony. This movement is both a force of change and a steady heartbeat, an endless dance choreographed by gravity's tender hand. Even beneath the surface, the ocean responds to the moon's pull. Currents shift subtly, mixing waters and nutrients, supporting ecosystems that rely on this steady flow. The moon's influence reaches into the depths, guiding the lives of countless creatures whose survival depends on the tides. The ocean's silent dance with the moon is a testament to the power of unseen forces, the poetry of physics, and the delicate artistry of nature. It is a reminder that even in the vastness of the sea there is order and rhythm, a quiet song that carries life forward. Feel the slow rise and fall of the tides as a mirror for your own breath, a steady, soothing rhythm that calms the mind and settles the heart. The moon's gentle pull on the oceans is a lullaby from the cosmos, inviting you to relax and drift softly with the natural flow of the world. The oceans, vast and deep, respond with grace to this tender force, their movements painting patterns of life and light across the planet. Each tide is a quiet dance of connection, a testament to the moon's loving presence and the ocean's enduring beauty. Let yourself be carried on this gentle tide, floating softly in the rhythm of moon and sea. As the waters rise and fall, so too can your thoughts and worries ebb away, leaving space for calm and rest. The moon's invisible hand moves the oceans in a dance as old as time itself, slow, sure, and filled with quiet wonder. In this eternal embrace, the seas whisper their secrets, and the night hums a soft, endless song. The ocean breathes beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, inhaling and exhaling with a rhythm as ancient as the earth itself. This slow, steady pulse is the tide, a grand, natural breath that rises and falls with patient grace, connecting sea and sky in an endless dance of motion and stillness. Imagine standing at the edge of the shore, where water meets land, feeling the cool caress of the ocean as it flows toward you, swelling gently like the rise of a soft breath. The waves gather strength slowly, moving forward with a quiet insistence, until the shoreline disappears beneath a shimmering veil of salt water. This is the ocean's inhale, a reaching out that stretches across sandy beaches and rocky cliffs alike. As the tide reaches its peak, the ocean seems to hold its breath for a moment, a poised, gentle stillness that fills the space between movement and rest. The water stands tall, gleaming under the moon's soft light, reflecting stars like scattered jewels. This pause is a silent invitation to notice the beauty and balance, the grace of time suspended. Then, as naturally as a breath released, the water begins its retreat. The tide flows backward, drawing away from the land with a soothing, unhurried motion, uncovering shells and seaweed, revealing pools where tiny creatures stir. This exhale of the ocean is as soft as a sigh, a slow withdrawal that calms the shore and invites quiet. The entire cycle of rising and falling tides is a breath taken by the planet itself, slow, rhythmic, and full of gentle life. Each rise and fall mirrors the ebb and flow within ourselves. The steady inhalation of calm, the release of tension, the quiet turning inward to rest. This breathing tide shapes the character of the coastline, carving soft curves in the sand, smoothing jagged rocks, and creating places where life gathers. With each inhale, the ocean brings nourishment and renewal, filling estuaries and marshes with salt water and fresh energy. With each exhale, it cleanses and refreshes, pulling back debris and making space for new growth. The sensory experience of tides is rich and ever-changing. The sound of waves rolling in is like a gentle whisper, a soft murmur carried on the breeze. The touch of water against skin is cool and smooth, a delicate dance of wet and warmth, shifting with the tide's movement. The scent of salt and seaweed drifts softly on the air, a reminder of the ocean's living presence. The rhythm of the tides invites a deep listening, an awareness of cycles larger than ourselves. It calls us to slow down, to synchronize with nature's pulse, and to find peace in the steady flow of coming and going. Just as the ocean breathes, so too can we move in harmony with this timeless dance. Under the moon's gentle watch, the tides unfold in a pattern both predictable and mysterious. Though the cycles repeat, each tide carries its own unique character, shaped by wind, weather, the contours of the land, and the changing dance of the moon and sun. This variability adds a layer of living artistry to the ocean's breath, a reminder that even in repetition there is endless renewal. The breath of the ocean reaches into the depths as well, stirring currents and mixing waters, sustaining vibrant ecosystems hidden beneath the surface. The slow inhale and exhale moves nutrients, shapes habitats, and supports the web of life that depends on the tide's reliable rhythm. As you imagine the ocean's breath, feel your own breathing soften and deepen, aligning with this grand, natural cadence. Let the slow rise and fall of the tide soothe your mind, the gentle flow inviting your thoughts to drift and settle. The tide's breathing is a lullaby sung by the sea, a timeless melody that connects us to the heart of the planet. It speaks of patience, balance, and the quiet power of natural cycles. In this moment, let yourself be carried by the ocean's breath, lifted on the inhale, cradled on the exhale, floating gently in the rhythm of water and life. The tides remind us that life is a dance of coming and going, a constant flow that carries us safely through time. Allow the ocean's pulse to wash over you, softening tension and inviting rest. The slow, endless dance of the tides is a balm for restless minds and weary hearts, a steady rhythm guiding you toward peace. Under the moon's silver glow, the ocean breathes with quiet grace, and in its rhythm we find a deep, calming connection to the world around us and within. The meeting place of land and sea is a realm of quiet magic, where the tides weave an ever-changing tapestry of life and landscape. Here, the gentle rise and fall of the ocean's breath sculpts shores and shapes habitats, creating spaces where countless creatures find refuge, nourishment, and hope. The tides whisper their secrets softly in this delicate borderland, inviting us to listen closely to the stories carved in sand and stone. As the tide sweeps inward, the shoreline disappears beneath a shimmering veil of salt water, transforming rocky ledges, sandy beaches, and grassy marshes into vibrant underwater worlds. This inundation is like a soft, silken blanket laid gently over the land, a quiet invitation for the ocean to mingle with the earth. In this meeting, the boundary between water and soil becomes fluid and alive. The ebb of the tide reveals the shore anew, unveiling pools of water cradled in rock crevices, hollows, and sand. These tidal pools are tiny universes, each one a shimmering jewel glistening under the sun and moon. Within these pools, life thrives in miniature. Starfish cling to rocks like living sculptures, anemones wave delicate tendrils like underwater dancers, and tiny fish dart between seaweed forests swaying in slow motion. Tidal pools are nature's secret gardens, crafted by the ocean's rhythm and the patience of time. They are places of refuge and renewal, where creatures adapted to the changing tides find sanctuary. The pools hold warmth from the sun, shelter from predators, and a gentle flow of oxygenated water, nurturing life between the tides. The shifting tides also sculpt the sandy shores, pushing and pulling grains of sand in an endless dance. With each high tide, the ocean reaches further inland, depositing shells, driftwood, and seaweed, gifts from the deep. As the tide retreats, it carries away the old, making room for new shapes and stories to emerge. These gentle movements create intricate patterns, ripples and ridges in the sand, smooth stones polished by water's caress, and delicate lines drawn by currents and waves. The shoreline is a living canvas, constantly rewritten by the tide's whispering touch. Beyond the beaches, tidal marshes and estuaries flourish under the influence of the tides. These wetlands are rich, fertile places where freshwater and seawater blend in a quiet harmony. The tides bring nutrients and oxygen, stirring the waters and enriching the soil. This creates a nurturing environment where grasses sway like dancers in the breeze, and birds find sanctuary to rest and feed. The tide's ebb and flow regulate the delicate balance of salinity in these habitats, shaping the lives of plants and animals uniquely adapted to this ever-changing environment. Crabs scuttle through mudflats, their movements synchronized with the rising and falling water. Oysters filter the water, cleansing and sustaining the ecosystem. Fish swim in and out with the tides, following the gentle rhythm of their watery world. The tidal influence extends even to the smallest corners of the coast. The damp crevices beneath rocks, the hidden burrows of sand-dwelling creatures, and the algae-covered stones. Each niche is alive with activity, shaped by the tide's steady presence. The connection between tides and the coast is a dance of patience and grace. The shore does not resist the ocean's touch, but embraces it, allowing the tides to shape and nourish its contour. This intimate relationship is a reminder that change can be gentle and continuous, a slow unfolding rather than sudden upheaval. As the tides wash over the land, they bring renewal and balance, a constant cycle of giving and taking. They invite life to flourish in the spaces between water and earth, weaving together a delicate web of ecosystems that depend on this quiet dance. Imagine yourself walking along a tide-kissed shore, feeling the cool water swirling around your feet as the ocean breathes in and out. The sound of waves mingles with the cries of seabirds. The scent of salt and seaweed fills the air, and the soft textures of sand and stone ground you in this living, breathing place. The tides teach us to listen closely to the subtle changes in our environment, to notice the small details that make each moment unique. They invite us to slow down, to observe, and to find peace in the constant flow of life. In the gentle shaping of shores and habitats, the tides reveal a profound truth, that even the grandest forces of nature can move with softness and care. They sculpt the world around us not with violence, but with patience, rhythm, and quiet persistence. Let the image of tidal pools shimmering beneath the moonlight, of grasses bending in marshes touched by salt water, and of waves gently shaping sandy beaches fill your mind. These coastal whispers are a lullaby sung by the sea, a tender song of life's resilience and harmony. As you breathe deeply, feel yourself connected to this timeless dance between ocean and land. The tide's soft shaping is reflected in your own life, a gentle reminder that transformation is possible through patience and steady rhythm. Allow this vision to settle into your heart, a peaceful knowledge that you are part of a world where land and sea meet in quiet embrace, where life thrives in the spaces shaped by tides, and where change is both gentle and constant. The shores hold their stories beneath the tide's touch, waiting patiently for those who will listen, for those who will find calm in the whispers of waves and wonder in the silent shaping of the coast. The moon's quiet rhythm orchestrates a timeless dance along the edges of the sea, guiding the lives of countless creatures who have learned to move in step with its gentle pull. These creatures, both great and small, respond to the tides not merely as a physical phenomenon, but as a sacred rhythm woven deeply into the fabric of their existence. Life on the shore and beneath the waves flows in lunar time, a slow, tender choreography shaped by the moon's invisible hand. Along the shifting tides, many animals have perfected their own movements to align with the rise and fall of the ocean's breath. Crabs, with their delicate pincers and quick steps, emerge from hidden burrows as the tide recedes, venturing into the newly revealed sands to forage. Their tiny journeys are timed perfectly to avoid the returning waters, a delicate balance of risk and reward that the moon's rhythm gently enforces. Similarly, the fiddler crab's waving claws seem to conduct an ancient song, signaling both courtship and territory, timed by the lunar cycles. Their soft tapping and fluttering echo the moon's quiet influence, a communication carried out in perfect harmony with the tides. Sea turtles tell a story of deep connection to lunar rhythms as well. Female turtles come ashore on moonlit nights, their movements slow and purposeful, to lay their eggs in nests dug deep beneath the sand. The timing is no accident. The phases of the moon offer ideal conditions for the hatchling's journey from nest to sea, using the soft glow to guide their first steps into the water. This delicate timing ensures that the young turtles are carried safely by the waves, beginning their life's journey under the watchful eye of the moon. Among coral reefs, the lunar cycle orchestrates an underwater spectacle of unparalleled beauty. During certain phases of the moon, corals release clouds of eggs and sperm simultaneously in a magnificent event known as spawning. This synchronized release, happening in harmony with the lunar calendar, increases the chances of fertilization and renewal of the reef community. The moon's silent signal acts as a conductor's baton, uniting thousands of creatures in a single breathtaking moment of creation. Even fish feel the pull of lunar time. Some species migrate or feed according to the tides, taking advantage of the changing currents and water levels. Their movements are a dance with the ocean's rhythm, timed to the gentle ebb and flow governed by the moon. In estuaries and tidal rivers, fish swim with the tide's rise, riding the waters to feed and reproduce in a delicate balance that echoes the lunar cycle. The subtle influences extend to many tiny creatures as well. Plankton rise toward the surface during the night, drifting with the currents influenced by the moon's gravity. These microscopic organisms form the foundation of the ocean's food web, their own movements marking the beat of the tides. Even birds living along the coast adjust their behaviors to the lunar tides. Shorebirds time their feeding and nesting with the availability of tidal flats, striking when the waters retreat and expose hidden food. Their graceful movements, sometimes barely visible, are part of this vast, interconnected dance shaped by the moon's presence. Insects too, such as the lanternfly and certain moth species, are influenced by the moonlight, their activity waxing and waning with its phases. The quiet glow above guides their flight and mating rituals, adding yet another thread to the tapestry of lunar influence. This profound connection between life and lunar rhythm is a testament to the delicate balance that sustains ecosystem. It is a slow, enduring dance, where every movement is tuned to the gentle pull of gravity, every breath harmonizes with the rising and falling tides, and every life flows within the patterns set by the moon. The creatures of the tide have adapted not through force or struggle, but through a patient listening to nature's quiet signals. They respond with grace and timing, their lives intertwined with the slow, steady movement of the moon above. As you imagine this dance, picture the shore alive with movement, the crabs scuttling under the soft glow of moonlight, the sea turtles tracing ancient paths across sand, the coral reefs pulsing with quiet life beneath the wave. Each creature moves in its own time, yet all follow the same lunar rhythm, a silent music heard only by those who listen deeply. Feel the gentle flow of this rhythm as it connects all living things, from the smallest plankton to the largest sea turtles, from the whispers of the waves to the steady gaze of the moon. This dance is a reminder that life is a delicate balance of timing and harmony, a slow unfolding guided by forces both seen and unseen. Let the steady pulse of lunar time settle softly within you, syncing your breath and heartbeat to the rhythm of the time. In this quiet connection, find a deep sense of peace, a knowing that you are part of a vast, living dance that moves gently through time and space. The moon's silent dance moves through every creature, every wave and every breath of the ocean, inviting you to rest in its steady, calming embrace. The dance of the tides is not guided by the moon alone. Above, the sun joins this cosmic ballet, its vast energy casting a warm glow that mingles with the moon's soft silver light. Together, these celestial bodies weave a complex, gentle rhythm that shapes the ocean's tides, creating patterns both predictable and mysterious, a slow-motion choreography unfolding across the vast blue canvas of the sea. Imagine the sun and moon as two dancers, each with their own unique steps and timing, moving in harmony yet distinct in their influence. The moon, closer and tender in its pull, leads with a steady, intimate rhythm, its gravity tugging gently on the Earth's waters. The sun, distant yet powerful, contributes a grander, broader force, its gravity reaching across millions of miles to add its own touch to the ocean's flow. When the sun and moon align, their forces combine, joining hands in a quiet celebration that sends waves swelling higher than usual. These moments, known as spring tides, are a crescendo in the tidal dance, times when high tides rise with exceptional grace, reaching farther inland, and low tides fall with gentle depth. The word spring here speaks not of the season, but of the leap, the bursting forth of energy and movement. These spring tides occur during the new moon and full moon phases, when the sun and moon's gravitational pulls work together in concert. The ocean responds with waves that seem to stretch and swell, moving with heightened rhythm and intensity, yet still wrapped in the moon's characteristic calm. In contrast, when the sun and moon form a right angle relative to Earth, their forces partially counterbalance one another. These moments, called neap tides, bring a softer, quieter rhythm to the oceans. The tides do not rise as high nor fall as low, creating gentle, hushed movements across the shorelines. Neap tides are a delicate pause in the tide's usual song, a moment of balance where neither the sun nor the moon dominates, but both share a graceful, equal hand in shaping the water's flow. This ebb and flow between spring and neap tides is a reminder that nature moves not in extremes but in harmony, a dance of push and pull, light and shadow, strength and softness. The interplay between sun and moon also influences the timing of tides, adding a subtle complexity to the cycle. The lunar day, about 24 hours and 50 minutes long, means tides shift gradually, arriving later each day. The sun's presence weaves variations into this pattern, creating a tidal rhythm that is both reliable and ever-changing, a slow melody played on the world's greatest stage. This celestial dance is not only a story of physics, but also a gentle reminder of connection, how distant bodies, moving through the vastness of space, influence the delicate balance of life on Earth. The tides, shaped by sun and moon together, are a living testament to the unseen forces that cradle our planet in their gentle embrace. Feel the quiet power of these cosmic forces as they guide the water's movements. The slow rise and fall that shapes beaches, nourishes wetlands, and carries life across the seas. The tides are a message from the sky, a song sung in gravity's voice, inviting us to slow down and listen. The moon's tender pull and the sun's grand reach come together in a dance both ancient and ever new, crafting patterns that ripple through the oceans and into our lives. Their shared influence reminds us that harmony often arises from the blending of different rhythms, that strength can be found in gentle cooperation. As you breathe deeply now, imagine the sun and moon moving across the sky, their light weaving a tapestry of tides across the ocean's vast surface. Feel the soft pull of gravity guiding the waves, the gentle dance of celestial bodies choreographing the ocean's endless ebb and flow. Let the knowledge of this cosmic dance soothe your mind, inviting calm and wonder. The tides, born of sun and moon together, are a lullaby of balance, a slow, steady song carried on the wind and waves. In this moment, rest in the gentle rhythm of tides and stars, cradled by the quiet power of the sky's embrace. The ocean moves with grace beneath the celestial glow, and so can you, drifting softly into peaceful stillness. The night without the moon arrives quietly, as if the world is holding its breath. When the familiar silver glow that usually bathes the darkness vanishes, the sky feels different, deeper, more expansive, and filled with a kind of velvet shadow that seems to stretch infinitely in every direction. The absence of the moon's gentle light invites the stars to awaken fully, their twinkling lights now shining with unguarded brilliance across the vast canvas of night. Without the moon, the familiar outlines of trees, hills, and rooftops soften into silhouettes, their shapes becoming more mysterious and fluid. The soft, diffuse glow that once illuminated the world beneath the moonlight disappears, and a deeper darkness seeps into every corner. The night feels wider and quieter, as if space itself has stretched to fill the absence. The stars, now freed from the moon's competing radiance, blaze more vividly, scattered like a delicate scatter of diamonds across the deep indigo sky. Constellations reveal themselves in sharper relief, and the Milky Way arches overhead, a glowing river of light that was once faint but now flows with newfound clarity. The heavens seem to pulse with a silent energy, a cosmic symphony playing in the vast emptiness. Deeper darkness encourages the eyes to adjust slowly and gently, awakening senses that often remain hidden beneath the moon's softer illumination. The shapes of the night, familiar yet altered, begin to emerge as shadows lengthen and deepen. The cool air feels different too, more still, as if the world itself is listening for the subtle changes that come with a moonless night. The absence of moonlight also brings a shift in color and texture, where silver hues once softened the edges of leaves and stones. Shadows now appear as rich pools of ink, enveloping everything in a cloak of mystery. The night sky becomes a backdrop of infinite depth, inviting quiet contemplation and wonder. In the hush of this first moonless night, the sounds of nature seem to take on new clarity. The chirping of crickets, the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze, and the distant call of nocturnal birds become more distinct, each note echoing softly in the stillness. Without the moon's light to guide them, animals move more cautiously, their shapes blending seamlessly into the shadowed landscape. The world feels both larger and smaller at once. Larger because the sky's vastness is suddenly undeniable, an ocean of stars stretching beyond sight. Smaller because without the moon's glow, familiar landmarks fade into darkness, and the comforting contours of the night recede, leaving a sense of intimate quietness. This new darkness invites a gentle kind of curiosity, a desire to look upward and outward, to explore the stars and the mysteries beyond. The lack of moonlight becomes an invitation to connect more deeply with the cosmos, to feel the presence of the universe in a way that is both humbling and soothing. Though the moon's absence brings change, it does not bring emptiness. Instead, it opens a different kind of space, one filled with subtle beauty and quiet power. The night without the moon is not simply darker, it is richer, a deeper mystery waiting to be embraced with open eyes and a calm heart. The shift in night's face is a reminder that darkness holds its own kind of light, a light born from the stars, from the depth of space, and from the imagination. This light is soft and ancient, a gentle glow that encourages stillness, reflection, and peace. As you imagine this first moonless night, feel yourself wrapped in the cool, vast embrace of darkness. Let the quiet deepen within you, and allow the stars to fill your mind with gentle wonder. The sky without the moon is a vast, silent ocean, and you are a quiet traveler upon its endless waves. Let your thoughts drift like starlight, scattered and shimmering, as the night carries you softly onward into calm and rest. The absence of the moon's gentle light transforms the familiar into something quietly new, as the night's landscape reshapes itself beneath the vast, unlit sky. Shadows that once danced softly in silver now merge into deeper pools of darkness, shifting the contours of trees, hills, and rivers into mysterious forms that invite both wonder and gentle reverence. Without the moon to guide their way, the night takes on a different character, one where shapes are less defined, edges blur, and the world feels wrapped in a soft, enveloping veil of shadow. Imagine a forest at nightfall. Usually the moon's light filters through the canopy, casting delicate patterns of silver and shadow on the forest floor. Leaves shimmer faintly, and the bark of trees seems to hold a soft glow, revealing textures and details that speak of ancient growth and quiet life. But without the moon, these patterns dissolve. The forest becomes a tapestry of deep grays and blacks, its textures muted, its mysteries deepened. The trees' silhouettes sharpen against the darker sky, yet their surfaces lose the moonlit highlights that once brought them to life. Branches meld together in quiet harmony, their outlines blending seamlessly into the darkness, creating a sense of unity and stillness. The forest floor becomes a gentle sea of shadow, where small movements and rustlings feel amplified, as if the night itself listens more keenly. Moving from forest to shore, the moon's absence brings similar transformations. The familiar shimmer of waves reflecting silver light fades into the deeper black of water touched only by starlight. Rocks and shells that once sparkled beneath the moon's gaze now rest silently, their colors swallowed by shadow. The shore becomes a softer, more mysterious place, where the boundary between land and sea is less certain, more fluid. Even the contours of hills and mountains take on new forms in the absence of moonlight. Ridges and valleys, once outlined in gentle glow, now meld into one another, their distinctions soft. The landscape feels larger, more expansive as darkness stretches without interruption, folding distant horizons into its vast embrace. This reshaping of shadows invites a different way of seeing, one less focused on detail and more attuned to mood, feeling. The night without moonlight is less about clarity and more about depth, a world where imagination fills in the spaces left undefined. Shapes become suggestions rather than facts, inviting us to listen to the quiet stories whispered by darkness. Light, when it appears, takes on new significance. The faint glimmer of a distant lantern, the soft glow of bioluminescent creatures beneath waves, or the scattered sparks of fireflies become beacons in the enveloping shadow. These small lights guide the eye gently, offering moments of wonder amid the broader darkness. The absence of moonlight also changes how shadows behave. Instead of crisp, defined edges, shadows blur softly, merging into one another like ink spreading in water. This blending creates a sense of fluidity, as if the landscape itself breathes and shifts with the night air. The familiar becomes unfamiliar, yet not frightening, simply transformed, inviting quiet curiosity. In this softened world, sounds carry differently too. Without the moon's light, the night feels stiller, and each rustle, each distant call seems amplified in the hush. The absence of visual clarity invites the ears to listen more deeply, drawing us into the symphony of the dark. This new nightscape is a space for gentle reflection, where the usual boundaries soften and a sense of unity arises between earth, sky, and the unseen. The darkness becomes a cloak that holds and comforts, wrapping the world in a tender embrace. As you imagine moving through this moonless landscape, feel the textures of shadow against your skin, the cool air that moves silently through trees and over hills. Notice how shapes shift with your gaze, how darkness invites stillness and deep attention. The reshaped night is not empty, but full of quiet presence. It reminds us that even when familiar light fades, the world continues to hold beauty and mystery. Shadows without a guide become a canvas for dreams, a place where imagination and reality blend softly in the dark. Let this vision settle gently in your mind, a calm space where the absence of moonlight opens room for new ways of seeing and feeling. The night's landscape, reshaped and reborn, invites you to rest in its quiet depth and flowing shadow. The disappearance of the moon's gentle light alters the very heartbeat of the night, a silent pulse that guides the movements and rhythms of countless creatures and the ecosystems they inhabit. Without the moon's soft glow to mark the passing hours and signal the changes in tide and time, the nocturnal world adjusts in subtle and profound ways, weaving new patterns in the delicate fabric of darkness. Nocturnal creatures, those beings whose lives are painted by the night, feel the shift deeply. The absence of moonlight changes how they move, hunt, hide, and communicate. Imagine the gentle rustle of leaves in a forest, where owls usually glide beneath the moon's watchful eye. Without that silver light, their silent wings find new paths through darker air, relying more on keen senses other than sight. Their calls, softer and more cautious, ripple through the trees, reaching the ears of animals tuned to listen in this changed darkness. Small mammals like mice and rabbits often time their foraging to avoid predators guided by the moon's glow. Without the moon, these patterns shift. Some animals become more daring, venturing further into the unknown, while others seek deeper shelter, wary of the unfamiliar shadow. The night breathes with a different rhythm, a dance redefined by absence. Beneath the ocean's surface, the tide's familiar pulse also falters without the moon's gravitational tug. Creatures that follow the tides, crabs, fish, and even microscopic plankton, find their usual cues softened or missing. Coral spawning, that breathtaking event synchronized with lunar cycles, loses its timing, becoming a quiet question mark in the dark. The ocean's silent pulse slows and sways, inviting life to find new rhythms in its absence. Fireflies, those delicate lanterns of summer nights, respond to the absence too. Their glow flickers in new patterns, communication veiled beneath darker sky. Some species rely on the moon's light to time their mating dances, and without it, these rituals stretch or shift, becoming a mysterious waltz in the dark. Insects that depend on moonlight for navigation, moths, beetles, and others flutter in new directions, their paths less certain. Their movements echo the uncertainty of a world without the moon's guiding star, where every flight is a gentle exploration into unknown space. The plants, too, respond to the lunar absence. Many night-blooming flowers open and close with the moon's phases, their petals tuned to its light. Without the moon, their rhythms falter. Some stay closed longer, others open in softer hues, as if adapting quietly to the changed night. The garden of the dark adjusts its bloom, a living reflection of lunar loss. The absence of moonlight changes the very soundscape of the night. Some creatures fall silent, their calls muted by the deeper darkness, while others find their voices rising, filling the stillness with new songs. The chorus of the night reshapes itself, a symphony composed anew in lunar absence. This shift in rhythms reminds us of the interconnectedness of all life, how even the slightest change in light can ripple across ecosystems, shifting balances and weaving new patterns. The moon's silent pulse is not just a distant force, but a delicate thread that ties together sea and sky, predator and prey, flower and insect, heart and breath. As you imagine the night without the moon, feel the gentle pulse of life adapting in quiet ways. The soft footsteps in shadow, the whispered calls through trees, the slow dance of ocean currents shifting in time. This is a night alive with change, a time of transformation held in stillness and patience. Let the silent pulse of the moonless night settle within you, a reminder that even in darkness, life moves with grace and resilience. The rhythms may shift, but the dance continues, slow, tender, and endlessly renewing. In this quiet night without silver light, the world breathes softly, its pulse a lullaby of adaptation and hope, inviting you to rest in its gentle flow. The moon has long been a quiet guardian of human emotions, its soft silver light weaving a delicate veil over our hearts and minds. When it shines, it seems to touch something deep within us, a place where dreams awaken, feelings stir, and imagination takes flight. The moon's glow wraps around our emotions like a gentle embrace, inviting reflection, mystery, and a sense of connectedness to the vast night sky. But what happens when that familiar light disappears, leaving the night darker, more shadowed and vast? Without the moon's gentle glow, the emotional landscape of the night shifts subtly but meaningfully. The silver veil that once softened the edges of our thoughts and feelings fades away, leaving a quieter, more open space for emotions to move in different ways. The night becomes a canvas not just for stars but for the deeper, sometimes unspoken parts of ourselves. Moonlight has a way of inspiring calm and contemplation, its presence encouraging us to slow down and turn inward. In its absence, the mind may wander more freely, thoughts flowing unbounded in the darker space. For some, this can bring a peaceful stillness, a quiet chance to rest without distraction. For others, the absence of moonlight may feel like a subtle loss, a missing companion in moments of solitude or wonder. Dreams too are touched by the moon's light. Many cultures have long linked the phases of the moon with the rhythms of sleep and dreaming. The moon's soft illumination seems to invite the imagination to wander through vivid stories and hidden meanings, while we rest. Without it, the dreamscape might feel less guided, more mysterious. Dreams may deepen into shadows, or drift like unanchored leaves on a dark river. The imagination, that fertile garden within the mind, often blooms most brightly under the moon's watchful eye. Poets, artists, and dreamers have found in its glow a muse that sparks creativity and insight. When the moon vanishes, the creative spark doesn't disappear, but the tone may change. The night becomes a blank page, inviting new stories shaped by the deeper darkness and quieter light of stars alone. Emotions tied to the moonlight often carry a gentle wistfulness, a longing or nostalgia that arises from its soft presence. The moon's glow has a way of making us feel connected to something larger than ourselves, a timeless rhythm that links human hearts to the cycles of nature and of the cosmos. Without this silver thread, there may be a subtle sense of disconnection, a pause in that quiet conversation between earth and sky. Yet within this darker night lies a space for new feelings to emerge. The absence of moonlight invites us to explore our inner worlds with fresh eyes, to find comfort in the unknown and beauty in shadows. It encourages a different kind of intimacy, one not illuminated by gentle light, but held in the embrace of quiet mystery. The emotional veil that moonlight weaves is delicate, and its absence does not leave emptiness, but opens a space for deeper stillness and introspection. It is a reminder that emotions, like the night itself, ebb and flow, sometimes bathed in silver light, sometimes cloaked in darkness, yet always part of the same unfolding story. Imagine sitting beneath a sky devoid of moonlight, feeling the cool air wrap around you, and sensing the vastness above. In this moment, emotions may rise and fall like the unseen tides, soft waves touching the shores of your heart. There is a gentle power in this darkness, a chance to listen more deeply, to feel more quietly, and to connect with the subtle rhythms that pulse within. Let the absence of moonlight become a quiet invitation to explore your feelings without distraction, to embrace the emotions that surface in the darker night, and to find peace in the gentle unfolding of your inner world. In this new emotional landscape, dreams and imagination continue to flourish, though they may take on different shapes and shades. The night holds space for both light and shadow, and within this balance lies the richness of human experience. As you breathe softly beneath the starry sky, allow your heart to open to the emotional veil of the darker night, a veil woven not from silver light, but from the quiet depths of feeling and the vast mystery of the unseen. The moon's gentle light often softens the night sky, casting a silver glow that comforts and guides. But when that familiar glow disappears, a new story begins to unfold, a story written not in moonbeams but in the brilliant sparkle of countless stars, in the vast darkness stretching beyond, and in the cosmic wonder that fills the boundless sky. Without the moon's radiant presence, the stars step forward with greater clarity and brilliance. Their lights, once dimmed by the moon's silver shimmer, now blaze across the heavens like scattered jewels on a dark velvet cloth. Constellations reveal themselves in sharp relief, their ancient shapes telling stories that have traveled across millennia. The Milky Way, that shimmering river of stars, flows visibly as a luminous band, inviting eyes to wander and hearts to dream. This deeper visibility invites a sense of curiosity, a gentle urging to look upward and wonder. The absence of the moon transforms the night into a vast observatory, where the cosmos reveals itself in quiet grandeur. Each star becomes a beacon of mystery and light, a reminder of the infinite expanses beyond our own world. The darkness itself gains new depth and texture. It is no longer softened by the moon's glow, but appears as a profound ocean of space, stretching endlessly in every direction. This darkness is not empty but filled with the unseen, the spaces between stars, the unseen dust clouds, and the vast cosmic distances that hint at worlds and stories far beyond our own. In this moonless night, the sky feels closer, more immediate. The stars seem to pulse softly with life, their light traveling across time and space to reach us. Their silent twinkle carries the secrets of the universe, stories of birth and death, of creation and transformation written in the language of light. This cosmic wonder invites us to pause and reflect on our place within the vastness. The absence of the moon's light opens a window to the deeper night, where the universe whispers its ancient truth. It is a night for quiet awe, a night to feel both small and connected, to sense the delicate thread that links us to the stars and to each other. The constellations, once familiar companions softened by moonlight, now shine with fresh clarity. Orion's belt, the Great Bear, Cassiopeia, each pattern tells stories from cultures and ages long past, their meanings woven into the tapestry of human imagination. These starry tales invite us to dream, to imagine, and to find comfort in the continuity of the night sky. The Milky Way's glowing path across the heavens becomes a bridge between worlds, a luminous road guiding the eye and the spirit alike. It reminds us that even in the darkest nights, light travels far and wide, connecting galaxies and generations in a timeless dance. The moonless night also reveals other celestial wonders. Planets, those wandering lights, glow softly in the starry expanse, their steady gleam a gentle contrast to the twinkling stars. Meteors streak briefly across the sky, fleeting sparks of brilliance that catch the eye and stir the soul. Nebulae and distant galaxies, faint and ethereal, become visible to those who look deeply, inviting exploration and wonder. This night sky, free from the moon's glow, becomes a vast playground for the imagination, a place where science and poetry meet. It encourages a slow, meditative gaze upward, a gentle invitation to lose oneself in the infinite, to find peace in the cosmos's endless rhythms. As you imagine this moonless sky, feel your breath soften and your heart expand. Let the stars' light fill your mind with gentle curiosity and quiet awe. Let the vast darkness above cradle you, a cosmic lullaby whispering calm and wonder. The night's new story is one of discovery and connection, of light shining in darkness and mysteries unfolding slowly. In this story you are both a witness and a participant, a part of the great cosmic dance that moves through time and space. Allow yourself to rest beneath this star-studded sky, carried softly on the wings of light and shadow. The universe holds you gently, its vastness a comforting embrace that invites peaceful dreams and endless curiosity. The moon's disappearance leaves the night transformed, its familiar silver light replaced by a deeper darkness that reshapes every shadow, every contour of the land. Without the moon's gentle glow to soften the edges, the landscape beneath the stars becomes a canvas painted with richer textures of shadow and silence. Trees no longer stand illuminated in soft silver, but melt into the darkness, their branches intertwining like ink strokes against the night sky. The hills and valleys lose their familiar silhouettes, fading into a vast flowing tapestry of darkness that invites the imagination to wander freely. In this new world, the absence of light allows a different kind of beauty to emerge, one of subtlety, depth, and mystery. The subtle shifts in shadow and form create an experience that is both disorienting and enchanting. Familiar places take on new personalities, The gentle sway of grasses along a field's edge becomes a dance of flickering shapes, while the stillness of a quiet pond reflects not the moon but a deeper, star-filled sky. The water's surface, once shimmering with lunar silver, now glistens with a delicate starlight, its reflections broken and scattered by gentle ripples. The absence of the moonlight's guidance reshapes the world into a realm where the familiar and the unknown intertwine, encouraging a quiet curiosity to explore the night's renewed mysteries. This reshaped nightscape invites a heightened sensitivity to the small and the subtle. The soft rustling of leaves, the distant call of a night bird, or the faint crackle of a twig underfoot become amplified in the deeper darkness, drawing attention to the delicate sounds that often go unnoticed beneath the brighter moonlit nights. Each sound seems to carry a new weight, a whispered story told in the stillness. The night's silence is not empty, but filled with life's quiet breaths, rhythms unfolding beneath the starlit sky. As shadows deepen, textures reveal themselves in surprising ways. Bark becomes rougher, leaves crisper, and stones more solid in their stillness. The darkness does not erase detail but cloaks it, inviting a closer look, a slower pace, and a deeper appreciation for the tactile world. Touch and sound take on greater significance, guiding movement through the night's softened contours. The absence of moonlight also alters the way color is perceived. What was once bathed in pale silver now becomes a palette of muted grays and blues, colors blending softly into one another. The night's colors shift with the changing positions of stars and planets, creating a dynamic living tapestry that changes with every passing moment. The landscape is no longer a fixed scene but a fluid experience, shaped by the interplay of shadow, light, and cosmic movement. The night sky itself becomes a dominant presence in this moonless world. Its vastness frames the reshaped landscape, casting a quiet grandeur over hills, forests, and waters. The stars scatter like distant fires, their cool light contrasting with the warm shadows below. The Milky Way stretches overhead in a glowing ribbon of cosmic dust and light, a reminder of the universe's vast scale and timeless rhythms. This deeper darkness also invites a different relationship with the environment. Movement through the night becomes more deliberate, thoughtful, and attuned. Without the moon's guidance, steps are softer, senses sharper, and awareness broader. The world feels both larger and more intimate, a paradox that encourages a gentle humility and a sense of belonging within the night's embrace. Creatures of the night respond to these changes with adaptations both visible and subtle. Animals that rely on moonlight for navigation or hunting adjust their behaviors, seeking shelter or moving with increased caution. Their presence becomes more elusive, blending seamlessly with the deeper shadows. Insects that dance in the moonlight retreat or change their patterns, while others emerge to fill the quieter spaces. The ecosystem shifts into a new balance, an intricate web of life adjusting to the moon's absence. This altered landscape encourages a deeper connection to the rhythms of nature and a renewed respect for the night's mysteries. It invites us to slow down, to listen, and to observe with gentle curiosity. The reshaped shadows and softened forms become a space for quiet reflection, imagination, and wonder. Walking through this moonless night, one becomes aware of the layers of change, the visual transformation, the subtle shifts in sound and scent, the altered rhythms of life. The experience is immersive, drawing the mind inward while opening it to the vastness beyond. It is a reminder that change, even when it comes wrapped in darkness, holds the potential for new beauty and deeper understanding. In this new face of night, the familiar becomes unfamiliar, and the unknown becomes a source of calm intrigue. The absence of the moon's silver light does not bring fear but invites trust in the night's own gentle power and timeless embrace. The world beneath the stars moves with quiet grace, a slow unfolding of shadow and light, texture, silence. It calls us to rest in its depth, to embrace the calm, and to find peace in the ever-changing dance of darkness and illumination. The ocean's tides move with a quiet, ancient rhythm, a slow and steady breath that has shaped the Earth's edges for millions of years. This ebb and flow, the gentle rise and fall of water along shores and coastlines, is a delicate dance orchestrated by the moon's invisible hand. It is the moon's gravity, a silent, tender pull that guides the ocean's breath, creating the tide's steady pulse that breathes life into the world's waters. Imagine standing at the water's edge, just as the tide begins to rise. The ocean stretches out before you, vast and shimmering, as if breathing in slowly, pulling itself closer to the land. The waves gently lap against the sand, their rhythm steady and soothing, a lullaby sung in liquid motion. This gentle movement is not random, but a response to the moon's quiet embrace, a gravitational dance that draws the water upward and inward. The moon's pull creates two tidal bulges on opposite sides of the Earth, one facing the moon directly, and the other on the far side, a subtle balance of forces that causes the oceans to rise and fall in harmony. This tidal rhythm is a soft heartbeat felt across the planet, marking time in a way that is both cosmic and deeply rooted in Earth's own cycles. As the tide rises, it brings with it more than just water. It carries nutrients, sediments, and life itself, a slow-moving wave of renewal that nourishes coastal ecosystems. The intertidal zone, where land and sea meet, becomes a stage for this daily transformation. Here, creatures large and small respond to the moon's pull with movements finely tuned over generations. Crabs scuttle to higher ground, seeking refuge from the incoming water, while sea stars cling to rocks, riding the waves as they wash in. Tiny anemones open their delicate petals, drinking in the nutrients carried by the tide's gentle breath. The rising water transforms the landscape, creating new pathways and hiding places, a living, shifting mosaic of life and movement. As the tide reaches its highest point, the ocean seems to pause, holding its breath for a moment before beginning its slow retreat. The water pulls back, revealing sands, shells, and tidal pools, small worlds unto themselves where starfish, tiny fish, and sea urchins explore their hidden realms. This ebbing breath of the ocean invites quiet discovery, a glimpse into the intricate balance maintained by the moon's unseen hand. The rhythmic rise and fall of the tides also plays a role in shaping the land itself. Over time, the tides sculpt coastlines, carving cliffs, forming beaches, and shaping estuaries where rivers meet the sea. This slow artistry, driven by the moon's constant pull, creates habitats that support vast arrays of life, from migrating birds to delicate mangroves, from wandering seals to colorful coral reefs. The moon's influence extends beyond the water's edge. It guides the cycles of breeding, feeding, and migration for many marine species. Fish time their spawning to coincide with certain phases of the tide, ensuring their offspring have the best chance of survival. Sea turtles navigate by the light of the moon, their hatchlings following the glow to reach the safety of the ocean. The tides become a pulse not just of water but of life itself, a slow dance that connects countless creatures in a web of existence. This tender relationship between moon and ocean is a story of balance, a quiet partnership forged over eons. The tides remind us that even the vastest forces move with gentle rhythm, shaping the world with patience and care. The ocean breathes in time with the moon, a shared heartbeat felt in every wave and ripple. As you imagine this tidal pulse, feel the cool spray of sea air on your skin, the soft pull of the waves at your feet, and the slow, steady rhythm of water moving with quiet grace. Let yourself be carried by this gentle dance, the ocean's breath rising and falling like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. The tide's gentle pulse is a timeless invitation to slow down and listen to the language of water, the song of the sea, and the whisper of the moon's embrace. It is a story told in every ripple, every splash, every curve of the shoreline, a story of connection, patience, and enduring wonder. The ocean's tides are a slow, tender rhythm, a breath the earth takes in and out, guided gently by the moon's quiet gravity. But imagine, just for a moment, if the moon were to disappear, vanishing from the night sky and from the cosmic dance that pulls the ocean's water. The tides, those steady movements we've come to know and trust, would begin to change in profound ways, shifting into a softer, quieter cadence that tells a new story of loss and adaptation. Without the moon's strong pull, the ocean would lose its main conductor, the force that orchestrates the rise and fall of waves along coastlines. The sun, though immense and powerful, offers only a fraction of the moon's gravitational tug on Earth's waters. As a result, tides would grow weaker, their rhythm slowing down, and becoming less pronounced. The high tides would no longer reach the heights we are familiar with. Instead, they would become gentler swells, barely brushing the shorelines with the fullness of their presence. Low tides, correspondingly, would not fall as far, leaving more water lingering in tidal zones that once experienced clear, revealing retreats. The ocean's breath would soften, moving in smaller, more hesitant waves, as if uncertain without the moon's steady hand. This quiet shift in the tides would ripple through coastal environments, subtly reshaping the landscapes and the ecosystems that depend on tidal rhythms, estuaries and tidal flats. Those rich nurseries for countless creatures would find their exposure patterns altered. Some areas might remain submerged longer, while others might dry out less completely, changing the delicate balance of wet and dry that many species rely on for feeding, breeding, and shelter. The intertidal zones, places where land and sea mingle in a constant embrace, would feel the loss keenly. Here, organisms finely tuned to the daily rise and fall of tides would need to adjust. Mussels, barnacles, and seaweeds that depend on the regular exposure to air and water might find their cycles disrupted. Predators that hunt in tidal pools, such as wading birds and small fish, would face new challenges as their feeding grounds shift in size and accessibility. The quieter tides would also alter the movement of nutrients and sediments along the shore. The ocean's breath is a carrier of life, bringing in fresh nutrients, carrying away waste, and reshaping the sands and muds. With weaker tidal flows, this exchange would slow, changing the chemistry and texture of coastal waters and soils. The slow renewal that tides provide might become less frequent, asking marine life and coastal plants to find new ways to thrive. This diminished tidal movement would ripple further into the ocean's depth. Currents driven by tidal forces, subtle and complex, help distribute heat, oxygen, and nutrients across vast stretches of water. With the moon's absence, these currents would weaken, altering patterns of circulation that have influenced ocean climates and ecosystems for millennia. Even the Earth itself would feel the change. Tides act as a brake on our planet's rotation, a slow resistance that lengthens days over eons. Without the moon's pull, this braking force would diminish, causing Earth's spin to speed up slightly, making days shorter over time. The very rhythm of day and night, the heartbeat of life on Earth, would shift in response. Yet, within these changes lies nature's quiet resilience. Life has a remarkable capacity to adapt and find new balance, even as rhythms change. Coastal ecosystems would slowly adjust, shifting species ranges, altering behaviors, and discovering new ways to flourish in a softer tidal world. The ocean, vast and deep, carries on, breathing in altered rhythms, but still alive with movement and possibility. The slower, weaker tides would invite a different kind of beauty and reflection. The ocean's breath, once a bold pulse, would become a gentle sigh, a softer conversation between land and sea. Waves would whisper more than roar, and the shoreline would evolve into new shapes, carved slowly by quieter waters. Imagine standing on a beach where the tides reach as soften. The waves brush your feet with a gentler touch. The sand holds more secrets beneath a shallower wash, and the horizon stretches wide and calm. The ocean's song changes, but its voice remains, a lullaby of continuity amid transformation. In this quieter tide, there is a space for patience and curiosity. The moon's absence reshapes the ocean's breath, but it does not silence it. Instead, it invites us to listen more closely to the subtle shifts, to observe the small adaptations, and to appreciate the enduring dance of life moving gently forward. Let this image settle softly in your mind, a world where tides flow with a quieter grace, where the ocean's movements slow but persist, and where nature embraces change with quiet strength. The tides may lose their bold guide, but the ocean's heart continues to beat, steady and sure beneath the vast and silent sky. The shifting tides have long been the sculptors of Earth's coastlines, carving beaches, shaping estuaries, and molding tidal zones into rich living mosaics where land and sea embrace. When the moon's gentle pull fades, and tides lose their familiar strength and rhythm, these coastal landscapes begin a quiet transformation, a slow unfolding story of adaptation and change that speaks of nature's remarkable resilience. Imagine a beach where the waves once reached with a steady, assured pulse, now greeted by gentler, more hesitant. The sands, previously swept and shaped by powerful tides, begin to settle differently. Without the strong ebb and flow, the constant movement that carried grains of sand along the shore eases, allowing certain areas to build up while others wear away more slowly. The shoreline takes on new curves and textures, shifting its shape in response to the softer ocean breath. Estuaries, those vibrant meeting places where rivers flow into the sea, also feel the subtle but profound influence of changing tides. These waters, rich in nutrients and life, depend on the rhythmic flushing that tides provide to maintain balance. With weaker tides, the movement of fresh and salt water slows, altering salinity levels and the mixing of nutrients. This gradual shift affects the plants and animals that thrive here, from delicate marsh grasses swaying in the tidal currents, to the myriad fish and invertebrates that use estuaries as nurseries. Mudflats and tidal marshes, usually exposed during low tide and submerged during high tide, experience changes in their cycle of exposure. With smaller tidal ranges, these habitats may stay submerged longer or dry out less, altering the conditions for species that rely on these rhythms. Wading birds that feed in shallow waters find their hunting grounds changed, as do shellfish that depend on the tides to bring food and oxygen. The gentle retreat and advance of tides also plays a role in distributing seeds and spores along the coast, aiding plant life in spreading and colonizing new areas. A softer tidal pulse means these natural sowing processes may slow, reshaping the growth patterns of coastal vegetation over time. Mangroves, salt marshes, and other coastal plants adjust their cycles, sometimes expanding into new areas or retreating from places where conditions become less favorable. Coastal erosion, a powerful force driven by waves and tides, changes as the ocean's movement softens. Some cliffs and beaches may experience slower erosion, while others could become more vulnerable to storm surges and rising sea levels without the protective power of strong tides. The balance between land and sea shifts, inviting new patterns of sediment deposition and landform development. Islands, sandbars, and barrier reefs respond too. These formations, created and maintained by the continuous dance of tides and currents, begin to alter their shapes and position. Coral reefs, sensitive to water movement and nutrient flow, face changes that can affect their health and the diversity of life they support. Barrier islands may migrate differently, changing the way they protect coastlines from storm. Human communities along coasts, long adapted to the rhythms of tides for fishing, transportation, and daily life, find their environments subtly altered. Harbors, docks, and tidal mills experience changes in water levels and flow, requiring adjustments and adaptation. The softer tides bring new challenges, but also opportunities for people to deepen their connection with the evolving landscape. Throughout this slow transition, nature reveals its extraordinary ability to adapt. Plants and animals shift their behaviors and ranges, finding new ways to survive in the changing mosaic of habitats. Some species flourish in the gentler tides, while others retreat or evolve new strategies. The coastlines become living, breathing systems in flux, holding stories of resilience and quiet transformation. Walking along a shore in this changing world, one senses the delicate balance at play. The sounds of waves become softer, the smells of seaweed and salt carried on a gentler breeze. The land feels both familiar and new, shaped by ancient rhythms, but moving toward a future written in softer tides. This evolving coastline invites reflection on the delicate dance between earth and ocean, a dance that continues even when the moon's guiding light fades. It reminds us that the edges of our world are places of constant change, where life adapts with grace and patience. As you imagine these shores in transition, feel the texture of sand beneath your feet, the cool touch of seawater brushing against your skin, and the expansive sky overhead. Let your mind drift with the slow movement of tides, softened but persistent, a quiet reminder of nature's enduring breath. In the reshaped tidal zones and shifting sands, the story of Earth's coastlines unfolds anew, a gentle narrative of loss and renewal, challenge and resilience, darkness and light. The ocean's tides are more than just water moving against the shore. They are the pulse that guides countless marine lives, the silent rhythm to which ecosystems sway and adapt. When tides soften and shift without the moon's guiding pull, The dance of life beneath the waves transforms, creating ripples of change that reach deep into the heart of marine community. Creatures from the tiniest plankton to the largest mammals have evolved in harmony with the tide's predictable rise and fall. For many, the tidal cycle marks feeding times, breeding rituals, migration routes, and shelter-seeking behaviors. With tides becoming quieter and slower, these rhythms change, challenging species to adjust or face new vulnerabilities. Consider the intertidal zone, a world defined by the ebb and flow of water. Here, barnacles, mussels, and sea anemones cling to rocks, accustomed to being submerged and exposed on a regular schedule. Without the strong tides they rely on, these organisms find their exposure times altered. Prolonged submersion or extended dry periods affect their ability to feed and breathe, forcing shifts in their growth and survival patterns. Crabs and other crustaceans, masters of timing their foraging trips to coincide with the retreat of the tide, find their opportunities changing. The softer tides may delay their safe access to food or reduce the exposed areas where they scavenge. These small shifts ripple through their life cycles, influencing their ability to reproduce and maintain populations. Fish species that spawn in tidal estuaries depend on the precise timing of tides to carry their larvae to nursery grounds. When the tide's strength diminishes, the transport of young fish slows or alters, potentially affecting survival rates and the health of future generations. This subtle change can cascade up the food chain, affecting predators that rely on these fish as a primary food source. Sea turtles, those ancient navigators, often rely on tidal cues during nesting and hatchling journeys. Softer tides may alter the conditions of nesting beaches and the hatchling's path to the sea, increasing vulnerability to predators or environmental stressors. Beyond individual species, the entire marine ecosystem responds to the tidal change. Nutrient cycling, a vital process where tides flush nutrients in and out of coastal waters, slows. This affects plankton blooms, the base of many marine food webs, influencing the productivity and health of the ecosystem. Coral reefs, complex structures that shelter diverse marine life, also feel the tide's diminished rhythm. Tidal flows help remove waste and bring in oxygen-rich water, supporting coral health. Weaker tides can lead to stagnant conditions, stressing corals and making them more susceptible to bleaching and disease. Marine mammals such as seals and sea lions, which haul out on beaches during low tides to rest and breed, experience altered haul-out patterns. Changes in tide timing and height affect their behaviors, forcing adjustments in social interactions and energy expenditures. Migratory shorebirds, traveling thousands of miles, time their feeding stops with tidal cycles. Reduced tidal ranges limit their feeding grounds, influencing migration success and survival. Despite these challenges, life in the ocean is remarkably resilient. Many species adjust behaviors, altering feeding times, seeking new habitats, or adapting breeding cycles to the new tidal pattern. Some populations may decline, but others find niches in the changing landscape. This ongoing dance of adaptation illustrates the ocean's capacity to absorb change and maintain balance. The shifting tides invite us to witness a story of life in flux, where loss is met with ingenuity and survival is woven through quiet persistence. Imagine drifting through tidal pools at dusk, the water calm and still where waves once roared. Small fish dart through seaweed, searching for food in new patterns. Crabs peek from under rocks, their movements deliberate and slow. The ecosystem breathes differently, but it breathes still. The ocean's song changes, its chorus softer but no less vital. Each creature's movement, each cycle of feeding and rest, composes a melody of resilience that carries forward into the moonless night. In this altered tidal world, we are reminded that life in all its forms is a dance of adaptation, responding to the changing rhythms of nature with grace and strength. The ocean continues to pulse, quieter but alive, a living testament to the enduring power of connection between water, life, and the celestial dance above. The tides are more than a gentle rhythm along the shore. They are an essential part of Earth's very heartbeat, a subtle pulse that connects the movement of water, the rotation of our planet, and the delicate balance of life. When the moon's guiding presence fades and the tides lose their familiar strength, the changes reach far beyond the coastline. touching the very pulse of Earth itself. The moon's gravitational pull does more than cause the oceans to rise and fall. It acts as a cosmic brake, slowing the Earth's rotation in a slow, steady rhythm that stretches days longer over millions of years. This braking effect stabilizes the planet's spin, helping to create the cycles of day and night that regulate life's rhythms. Without the moon's pull, Earth's rotation would gradually quicken, days would become shorter, and the pace of life's day cycles would shift. This speeding of Earth's spin might seem subtle, but over centuries it has profound implications. Shorter days change the way sunlight interacts with the atmosphere and oceans, potentially influencing climate patterns and weather systems. The balance of heat across the globe might shift, leading to changes in winds, storms, and temperature gradients that ripple through ecosystems and human communities alike. The tides also contribute to mixing ocean waters, distributing heat, nutrients, and oxygen throughout the seas. With weaker tides, these mixing processes slow, affecting the ocean's ability to regulate temperature and support diverse marine life. The ocean's role as Earth's thermostat becomes less effective, possibly impacting climate regulation and the health of coral reefs, fisheries, and coastal ecosystems. Beyond the physical effects, tidal changes influence the timing of natural cycles, from the flowering of coastal plants to the migration of animals. These cycles are intricately tied to the cadence of tides, sunlight, and Earth's rotation. Altering one element shifts the entire web of interactions that support life's harmony. The delicate balance of ecosystems depends on predictable rhythms. When tides change, the timing of feeding, breeding, and migration adjusts. This ripple of change flows through food webs, altering predator-prey relationships and ecosystem dynamics. Species that adapt may thrive, while others may face new pressures. Even the geological processes of erosion and sediment deposition along coasts respond to tidal forces. Weaker tides mean slower reshaping of shorelines, influencing habitats and human settlements. Over time, this changes the very shape of our continent's edges. These interconnected shifts remind us that Earth is a living, breathing system, a dynamic interplay of forces that sustain life in delicate equilibrium. The moon's pull is a vital thread in this web, and its absence reveals how deeply intertwined our planet's rhythms truly are. Imagine Earth as a giant clock, its hands moved by the gentle push and pull of tides. When the moon disappears, that clock begins to tick at a different speed. The familiar rhythm slows and shifts, and the entire system adjusts to a new tempo, finding fresh balance in the silence left behind. This cosmic dance invites us to reflect on our place within Earth's heartbeat, to recognize how small shifts ripple outward into vast changes, and how resilience is woven through the fabric of life and planet alike. Though the tides may grow quieter and Earth spin faster, the planet continues its eternal dance, guided by unseen forces and the quiet power of adaptation. Life on Earth responds with patience, evolving alongside shifting rhythms, rooted in the profound connection between land, sea, sky, and stars. In this reflection, we find a deeper appreciation for the subtle forces shaping our world, the tender touch of gravity, the breath of the oceans, and the pulse of the planet's heart. Together they create a symphony of life that continues to play, even when the moon's silver light is gone. The ocean's rhythm is ancient and steady, yet beneath its surface lies a story of constant change, a story written not only in waves and tides but in the living breath of Earth's many creatures. When the moon's guiding hand disappears and the tides soften into a quieter, gentler pulse, life faces a profound challenge, yet within this challenge blooms a quiet resilience, an enduring strength that flows like a deep current through the heart of nature. Imagine the ocean as a vast symphony, each species a unique instrument contributing to the unfolding melody of life. When one note fades, the moon's pull growing faint, others begin to rise, adapting their tones and rhythms to weave a new harmony. This is nature's way, not to resist change but to embrace it, to find beauty and balance even in altered landscapes. Marine creatures, from the smallest plankton to the great whales, adjust their dance. Fish learn new patterns of movement and feeding. Coral and seaweed find new ways to grow in changed waters. Coastal plants slowly shift their borders, extending roots into fresh soil, creating new habitats for birds and insects alike. Even the land itself reshapes softly, tracing new lines along the shore as sediment settles with quieter tides. This dance of adaptation is slow and tender, like the ocean's breath itself, patient and persistent. It reminds us that life is never static. It moves, evolves, and transforms with the rhythms of the world. Loss may bring uncertainty, but it also opens the door to renewal. In this new ocean rhythm, the balance between land and sea finds fresh footing. Estuaries pulse with gentle tides, nurturing young fish and nurturing hope. Tidal marshes stretch and sway in softened currents, sheltering birds whose songs blend into the evening air. The ocean's whisper carries tales of survival and quiet triumph. This resilience extends beyond the sea, touching the wider earth. Forests, mountains, and skies respond in turn, intertwined in a delicate web of life that adapts to shifting forces. The moon's absence, while profound, becomes a chapter in a much larger story, a story of interconnectedness, endurance, and grace. As you imagine this evolving world, feel the calm steadiness beneath change, the sure heartbeat of Earth's living systems breathing in and out with gentle strength. The tides may shift, the rhythms may slow, but the ocean's spirit endures, carrying life forward on waves of quiet hope. This reflection is an invitation to embrace change with softness and wonder, to trust in nature's capacity to heal, adapt, and flourish. Like the ocean's tide, life continues in cycles of ebb and flow, always moving toward balance and renewal. The moon, our planet's silent partner, plays a subtle yet profound role in Earth's steady spin, a graceful, cosmic dance that has unfolded over billions of years. Imagine Earth twirling in space, spinning like a giant dancer, its movement shaped and steadied by the moon's gentle pull. This pull acts like an invisible hand, slowing down the planet's rotation just enough to keep it balanced and smooth, preventing wobbles that could disrupt the flow of days and seasons. Without the moon's calming embrace, Earth's spin would become less steady, more prone to irregular wobbling and shifts. This wobble, called axial precession, is like a dancer losing rhythm, swaying unpredictably as it turns. Over thousands of years, these shifts could grow larger, causing the planet's axis, the imaginary line it spins around, to tilt more or less dramatically. Such changes would ripple through the planet's climate, altering the familiar patterns of sunlight and warmth that life depends on. The moon's presence acts as a cosmic stabilizer, anchoring Earth's tilt at about 23. Without the moon's guiding influence, the tilt might wander more wildly, shifting between a nearly straight upright stance to a steep lean. Each shift would rewrite the script of the seasons, making summers and winters unpredictable, sometimes harsher or more gentle, sometimes shifting the length of days and nights in surprising ways. Imagine how forests, fields, and oceans would respond to this new rhythm. Trees accustomed to steady cycles of growth and rest might face confused seasons, altering blooming and shedding patterns. Animals that migrate or breed in tune with daylight and temperature would need to adapt or risk losing their delicate life balance. The very breath of the planet, the wind patterns, ocean currents, and weather systems would dance to a different beat, shaped by the altered spin and tilt. Over long stretches of time, these changes in Earth's rotation and tilt would shape new climates and landscapes. Ice ages might arrive or retreat unpredictably, deserts could expand or contract, rains might fall where they never did before. The planet's face, the home we know, would slowly transform in ways both beautiful and challenging, a reminder of the deep connection between celestial mechanics and life's unfolding story. Yet even amid these grand changes, Earth remains resilient. Life's ability to adapt and evolve is woven into the fabric of our planet's history. Species rise and fall, ecosystems shift and regenerate, all in response to the slow, graceful changes of Earth's cosmic dance. The moon's influence may be a steadying hand, but the planet's spirit is strong and ever-moving, embracing new rhythms with quiet strength. This dance between Earth and Moon is a story of balance, of forces seen and unseen shaping the world in profound ways. As the moon holds Earth's tilt and spin, it also cradles the rhythms of life, the flow of time and the turning of seasons. Without this lunar partner, the dance would shift, inviting new patterns, new challenges, and new harmonies to emerge. Imagine standing beneath a sky without the moon's silver light, feeling the vastness of space around you. Earth spins beneath your feet, its axis slowly shifting, its days quietly changing length. The seasons swirl in new patterns, an ever-evolving rhythm that carries the promise of renewal alongside the mystery of change. In this unfolding cosmic story, we see not only the delicate balance of planetary motion, but also a poetic reminder of our place within a universe that is always moving, always transforming. The moon's quiet pull is a gift, one that shapes not only the tides and light, but the very heartbeat of the world we call home. As you imagine this gentle cosmic dance, let yourself feel the rhythm of Earth's spin, the steady turning of days, the shifting tilt of seasons, and the moon's unseen hand guiding it all. This is a dance billions of years in the making, a melody of motion that carries the story of life itself, inviting us to move gently with its ever-changing steps. Earth's axial tilt, a gentle lean of about 23.5 degrees, is like the planet's secret storyteller, shaping the cycles of light and shadow that dance across its surface. This slight tilt is the reason we have seasons, the slow, graceful unfolding of spring's awakening, summer's warmth, autumn's fading colors, and winter's quiet rest. Without this tilt, Earth's climate would be a steady, unchanging pulse, missing the rich rhythms that nurture life in all its variety. Imagine the Earth spinning on its axis, tilted just enough to tip its northern and southern hemispheres toward or away from the sun at different times of the year. This tilt causes the sun's rays to sweep across the surface at varying angles, painting the world in shifting patterns of warmth and light. When the northern hemisphere leans toward the sun, days grow longer and warmer, inviting blooms and harvests. Half a year later, it leans away, and the cooler, shorter days coax nature into rest. The moon plays a quiet yet vital role in holding this tilt steady. Like a celestial guardian, its gravitational embrace stabilizes Earth's axis, preventing wild swings that could send seasons spinning out of familiar patterns. Without the moon's balancing presence, the tilt could wobble unpredictably, varying over tens of thousands of years between near upright and a steep tilt exceeding 40 degrees. Such shifts would rewrite Earth's climatic story in dramatic ways. Imagine a world where the tilt shifts closer to upright. Seasons would blur, becoming less distinct. Winters might lose their bite, summers their heat. Life that depends on the ebb and flow of seasons could struggle to adapt to a world without the comforting rhythm of change. Alternatively, a steep tilt would bring intense seasons with scorching summers and freezing winters, challenging ecosystems to survive under extremes. These shifts in tilt ripple through Earth's climate systems, affecting everything from wind patterns and ocean currents to the growth cycles of plants and the behaviors of animals. Rainfall patterns could change, deserts might expand or shrink, and ice sheets could advance or retreat, reshaping the face of the planet over millennia. The moon's stabilizing influence is not static, but part of a dynamic interplay of forces, a cosmic dance that keeps Earth's tilt within a range that fosters life's delicate balance. This dance has played out over billions of years, allowing ecosystems to evolve in harmony with the turning of the season. Through this lens, we see the axial tilt not as a mere physical fact, but as a storyteller's brush, painting the seasons, shaping the climate, and nurturing the cycles of life. It is a silent rhythm that guides migrations, flowering, hibernation, and human traditions alike. A universal heartbeat linked to the tilt and the moon's watchful presence. Imagine standing beneath a canopy of shifting seasons, feeling the warm sun of summer fade into the crisp air of autumn, all because of this gentle tilt that brings light and shadow in harmonious balance. This tilt is Earth's quiet axis of life, and the moon's gravitational hand is its steadfast keeper. As you reflect on this, sense the vastness of cosmic time and the delicate precision that holds our world in balance. The Earth spins and leans, wrapped in the moon's silent embrace, turning through seasons and ages, a dance of light, shadow, and life that continues to unfold with grace. Let this awareness settle softly in your mind, a reminder of the interconnectedness of celestial forces and earthly life, a quiet marvel that sustains the rhythms we often take for granted. Without the moon's steady hand to cradle and guide, Earth's rotation and tilt would begin to sway like a dancer, losing their balance on a shifting stage. Imagine the planet as a spinning top, once stable and graceful, now trembling with a subtle but growing wobble that stretches over millennia. This wobble, gentle at first, would deepen with time, unfolding new rhythms and patterns in the slow dance of our world. The axis on which Earth spins, currently held at a steady tilt of about 23.5 degrees, would no longer be anchored. Over thousands to tens of thousands of years, this tilt might drift unpredictably, leaning closer to vertical at times, or tipping further beyond 40 degrees at others. Each shift would rewrite the planet's climatic and seasonal story in ways both mysterious and profound. When the axis tilts closer to upright, the seasons soften, becoming less distinct. The warm summers and cold winters we know would give way to a gentler, more uniform climate, blurring the lines between spring and fall. Life, adapted to rhythms of change, might find itself adrift in a more constant but less varied world. On the other hand, a steeper tilt would cast Earth into extremes. Summers might scorch with fierce intensity, while winters freeze with relentless cold. The growing seasons would wax and wane dramatically, challenging plants, animals, and humans to adapt to harsh cycles of abundance and scarcity. As Earth's axis wobbles and shifts, the length of days might also change, subtly altering the pace of time as experienced on the planet's surface. Days could grow shorter, speeding up the rotation, or lengthen, slowing the world's turn. This changing tempo would weave new patterns into the lives of creatures great and small, who measure their days by the sun's journey across the sky. The gradual but relentless nature of these changes invites us to imagine time on a scale far beyond human lifetimes. A vast cosmic rhythm, slow as the turning of continents and the rise and fall of mountain ranges. Over epochs, these shifts would shape new climates, new landscapes, and new patterns of life, a planet forever evolving in response to forces both seen and unseen. Even as the moon's absence destabilizes Earth's spin and tilt, the planet's systems would seek new equilibriums. Nature, resilient and adaptive, would embrace change, finding balance in shifting rhythms. Species would evolve or migrate, climates would settle into new patterns, the dance of life would continue, intricate and ever-changing. This unfolding story, poetic and profound, reminds us that Earth is not a static stage but a living, breathing entity, shaped by cosmic forces and time's slow passage. The moon's role as a stabilizer has been a gift, a quiet guardian of familiar rhythm. Without it, Earth embarks on a new dance, one of uncertainty, adaptation, and enduring wonder. Imagine standing beneath a sky where stars seem to shift with subtle changes in night's rhythm, feeling the deep pulse of a planet that turns and tilts in a dance ever renewed. The Earth beneath your feet moves with slow grace, its balance gently shifting, carrying the promise of renewal in every turn. The Earth's spin and tilt are the quiet choreographers of our planet's climate, orchestrating the ebb and flow of light and warmth that nurture the web of life. When these fundamental rhythms shift, the consequences ripple through ecosystems and atmospheres alike, crafting new patterns of existence in both subtle and profound ways. Imagine the sun's light as a painter's brush, sweeping across Earth's surface with ever-changing angles and intensity. The tilt determines the height and duration of the sun in the sky, shaping seasons of growth and rest, warmth and chill. As the tilt shifts unpredictably, these painted seasons blur, intensify or stretch, creating climates that surprise and challenge life's accustomed rhythms. A reduced tilt brings softer seasons, summers grow milder, winters more forgiving. The cycle of warmth and cold fades into a gentler gradient, where the sharp contrasts between seasons dull into longer periods of moderate weather. While this might seem serene, it reshapes ecosystems adapted to distinct seasonal cues. Plants that rely on chilling winters for dormancy may struggle, altering flowering times and food availability. Animals attuned to seasonal cycles in migration or reproduction find their cues confused or lost. On the other hand, an increased tilt casts Earth into more extreme seasons with scorching summers and brutal winter. These harsher cycles stress ecosystems, challenge survival and force adaptations that can lead to shifts in species distribution, changes in biodiversity, and the emergence of new ecological niches. Deserts might expand, ice sheets grow and recede more dramatically, and weather patterns intensify, shaping a world in dynamic flux. Earth's rotation speed influences day length, which in turn affects temperature regulation and biological rhythm. Faster spins shorten days, potentially cooling surface temperatures by limiting daylight hours but also causing rapid temperature swings between day and night. Slower spins extend days and nights, amplifying heating and cooling cycles and challenging organisms to adapt to longer periods of activity and rest. These climatic shifts cascade through terrestrial and marine ecosystems. Ocean currents, driven by wind and Earth's rotation, might alter their courses, redistributing heat around the globe and changing weather patterns. Changes in precipitation influence river flows and soil moisture, shaping plant growth and agricultural productivity. In the forests and grasslands, altered seasons reshape growing cycles, influencing the availability of food and shelter for countless species. Migratory birds might find their traditional routes less hospitable, or the timing of their journeys misaligned with food availability. Pollinators, insects, and other small creatures that play outsized roles in ecosystem health respond to the shifting cues, weaving new patterns of interaction. Coastal regions, already sensitive to tidal shifts, feel the combined effects of altered tides, climate, and sea level changes. Lands and estuaries adjust to new water cycles, influencing breeding grounds and habitats for fish, birds, and mammals. Coral reefs, vulnerable to temperature changes and water chemistry shifts, face new stresses that challenge their survival and the biodiversity they support. Human societies, deeply intertwined with Earth's climate and rhythms, must navigate these changes with resilience and innovation. Agriculture depends on predictable seasons. Altered climates require new strategies for growing food, managing water, and protecting communities from extreme weather. Yet amid these changes, life persists with remarkable adaptability. Evolution accelerates in response to shifting environments, species find new niches, and ecosystems transform, sometimes in surprising and beautiful ways. The Earth's story is one of constant renewal, shaped by forces both vast and intimate. Imagine standing in a landscape where the seasons feel unfamiliar but alive, where the sun's path tells a new story each year, and life continues to dance to rhythms both ancient and new. This vision invites us to embrace change as part of Earth's ongoing journey, a journey marked by challenge, adaptation, and the quiet hope that nature's resilience will guide the way. Earth's journey through cosmic time is a story written in rhythms, an ancient dance of change and renewal that spans billions of years. Its spin and tilt have never been perfectly steady, but have gently shifted and wobbled, weaving cycles of transformation into the very fabric of life. These shifts have shaped the rise and fall of species, the shaping of landscapes, and the flow of climates, telling a timeless story of resilience and evolution. Long before humans gazed upward at the moon's glow, Earth's axis wobbled through natural cycles known as Milankovitch cycles, patterns of change in tilt, orbit, and precession that gently altered the planet's climate rhythms over tens to hundreds of thousands of years. These cycles ushered in ice ages and warm interludes, crafting vast glaciers and lush forests, deserts and seas, each era a verse in Earth's enduring song. In moments of great change, when the tilt shifted more drastically or the planet's spin subtly altered, life was tested. Some species vanished, their stories ending as new environmental chapters unfolded. Others flourished, adapting with creativity and determination to the new rhythms. The fossil record is a silent archive of this ongoing dance, capturing echoes of survival and loss, extinction and emergence. Imagine vast landscapes reshaped by advancing ice sheets, where creatures great and small migrated, evolved, or perished in response to the shifting climate. The dance of time is a powerful force, moving with patient grace, yet capable of sudden shifts that ripple through ecosystems and geology. Through it all, Earth's changing tilt and spin have been the metronome of life's progress, guiding the timing of seasons, the flow of ocean currents, and the migrations of countless species. Even human civilizations, with their calendars and celebrations, have been shaped by these celestial rhythms, marking solstices and equinoxes that echo the planet's tilt. As we reflect on this ancient dance, we see that change is woven into the very essence of Earth's story, a reminder that adaptation is not just survival, but a creative response to the ever-turning wheel of time. The moon's stabilizing hand has softened the extremes, allowing life's intricate tapestry to flourish within familiar patterns. Yet the inherent variability of Earth's rhythms has driven evolution's engine, inspiring diversity and complexity through cycles of challenge and renewal. Earth, in its endless dance through the cosmos, moves with a rhythm both ancient and ever new, spinning, tilting, shifting through the vastness of space. This constant movement, though sometimes uncertain and unpredictable, holds within it a quiet poetry, a testament to resilience and adaptation that has shaped life for billions of years. To embrace the unknown is to accept that change is the natural flow of existence. Earth's spin and tilt will continue to evolve, guided by forces seen and unseen, reshaping climates, landscapes, and the tapestry of life itself. Rather than fearing this flux, we can find harmony in it, a dance that invites us to move gently with the planet's shifting rhythm. Imagine the planet as a great symphony, where each note, each day, each season, each epoch is part of a vast unfolding melody. Sometimes the tempo changes, sometimes the key shifts, but the music continues, rich with texture and possibility. This music is the voice of life itself, resilient and ever adapting. Life's ability to flourish amid change is a powerful reminder of nature's strength. Species evolve, ecosystems transform, and communities adapt in response to new conditions. The story of Earth is one of perpetual renewal, a cycle of loss and growth, challenge and flourishing, set against the backdrop of an evolving planet. Our own lives, woven into this grand dance, are touched by the shifting rhythms of Earth's movement. The seasons that mark our years, the days that shape our routines, and the climate that nurtures us, all echo the planet's axial tilt and spin. In acknowledging this connection, we find a deeper appreciation for our place in the cosmos and the delicate balance that sustains us. The moon's gentle pull, once a steadying force, has given way to an Earth that must learn new steps, discover new balances. This invites hope, not of endings but of beginnings, not of loss but of transformation. The planet's evolving dance is a story of courage and grace, of finding beauty in change. The vastness of the universe stretches beyond what our minds can grasp. A deep, quiet ocean of stars, planets, and cosmic wonders swirling in silent harmony. Imagine yourself floating gently in this immense space, embraced by the soft darkness sprinkled with countless points of light. Each star twinkles like a distant heartbeat, pulsing with stories of creation and change. Within this boundless quiet, there is a profound stillness, a gentle lull that invites you to breathe deeply, to let go of worries and rest in the calm embrace of the cosmos. This vast quiet is not empty but alive with subtle rhythms, the slow orbits of planets, the delicate dance of galaxies, and the steady turning of Earth beneath your feet. Feel how this quietness envelops you like a warm blanket woven from starlight and shadow. The universe's embrace is tender and patient, offering a safe space to relax and release tension. Here, time flows differently, slow and expansive, like a calm sea stretching toward the horizon. As you settle into this cosmic stillness, notice how your own breath begins to sync with the universe's gentle rhythm. Inhale deeply, drawing in the vastness. Exhale slowly, releasing any tightness or stress. Each breath is a quiet echo of the star's soft pulse, a connection threading you into the fabric of the cosmos. This vast quiet invites you to trust in the natural flow of change, to understand that the universe itself is a dynamic dance of transformation, yet always balanced by cycles of rest and renewal. Just as planets orbit and stars are born and fade, so too does life move through phases of growth and release, light and darkness. Imagine that every inhalation draws in cosmic energy, and every exhalation lets go of what no longer serves you. This exchange mirrors the eternal rhythms of the universe, a breath of expansion followed by a breath of calm. In this space, change is not something to fear but a natural, gentle unfolding. The cosmos flows like the ocean's tides, rising and falling with patient grace. Even the stars, seemingly fixed and eternal, follow cycles of life and transformation, reminding us that mystery and evolution are woven into the very essence of existence. Feel your body soften as you embrace this truth, that peace can be found not in control but in surrender to the flow of cosmic rhythms. The vast quiet holds you tenderly, inviting you to rest deeply and let go. Let the stillness expand, filling every part of your being with a soothing calm. Imagine the universe's endless night sky above, vast and serene, a comforting presence that watches over you with gentle light. Here in this embrace there is no rush, no urgency, only the slow, steady pulse of cosmic breath, inviting you into a state of deep rest and peaceful wonder. As your breath flows naturally, connected to the universe's rhythm, allow yourself to drift gently toward a restful sleep, wrapped in the quiet mystery of the stars. The universe moves with a breath, a slow, steady rhythm that flows through time and space, like the gentle rise and fall of tides, or the quiet inhalation and exhalation of a calm, deep breath. This cosmic breath is a subtle, continuous pulse, carrying with it the story of change as a natural, gentle unfolding, rather than a sudden, harsh disruption. Imagine the vast cosmos as a living being, breathing softly in the silence of space. Each cycle of expansion and contraction, birth and transformation, mirrors the breath you take now, steady, calm, unhurried. The stars ignite and fade, galaxies swirl and stretch, and planets dance in orbits, all moving in harmony with this timeless rhythm. Change itself is woven into the fabric of this breath, like your own breath carries in new energy and releases what is no longer needed. The universe inhales possibility and exhales renewal. Nothing is ever static, all is flowing, evolving, become. This flow invites us to see change not as a force to resist, but as a partner in the dance of existence. When you feel uneasy with uncertainty, remember that even the grandest cosmic events, supernovae, the birth of stars, the slow drift of galaxies, unfold as parts of this breathing rhythm, vast and serene. On Earth, the tides rise and fall with the moon's beneath song, the seasons shift with the tilt of the planet, and life itself follows cycles of growth and rest. These are reflections of the greater cosmic breath, visible and tangible in the dance of nature around us. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in the universe's calm energy, its quiet assurance that all change is part of a vast, nurturing cycle. As you breathe out, release tension, fear, or resistance to the unknown. Let your breath become a gentle bridge connecting your inner world to the cosmic flow. Feel the rhythm of your breath, slow, deep, and steady, aligning with the steady pulse of the cosmos. Each inhale fills you with openness and possibility. Each exhale relaxes and grounds you. In this shared rhythm you find peace, a sense of belonging to a vast unfolding story. This breath of the cosmos teaches us patience. Just as a deep breath cannot be rushed, neither can the cycles of change. They unfold in their own time, inviting us to move with grace and ease, rather than force or fear. Allow yourself to rest in this rhythm, feeling the rise and fall of breath as a metaphor for the flow of life, constant, gentle, and renewing. The universe breathes, and you breathe with it, connected by invisible threads of rhythm and motion. In this moment, let go of the need to control or predict. Instead, surrender to the natural flow, trusting that change, like breath, carries you forward in a dance of growth and peace. Let this awareness cradle you softly, a lullaby sung by the stars and the spaces between them, guiding you gently toward rest and renewal. The night sky, vast and deep, is a theater of endless motion, stars born, living out their luminous lives, and then fading away only to give birth to new stars in an eternal cycle of creation and transformation. Imagine this grand cosmic dance unfolding over millions and billions of years, a rhythm as ancient as time itself. Stars emerge from clouds of gas and dust, stellar nurseries, where gravity gently pulls particles together, weaving light from darkness. Each newborn star is a spark of possibility, a beacon of energy that will warm planets, ignite new chemistry, and nurture the seeds of life. Like a breath beginning anew, star birth is a moment of quiet wonder, the first note in a cosmic symphony. As stars age, they evolve through graceful stages, expanding and contracting, their inner fires fusing atoms into heavier elements that will one day become the building blocks of worlds and living things. This transformation is slow and beautiful, a metaphor for growth and change we see mirrored in our own lives, periods of blossoming and deepening, of inner alchemy. Eventually stars reach the twilight of their existence. Some gently shed their outer layers, returning material to space, while others explode in brilliant supernovae scattering enriched matter across the cosmos. These endings are not merely conclusions but gateways to renew. The stardust released becomes the raw material for new stars, planets, and even life itself, a perpetual recycling of energy and matter. This eternal dance of birth, death, and rebirth reminds us that transformation is not a loss, but a vital part of existence's flow. Just as stars change and evolve, so too do we, moving through cycles of growth, release, and renewal. Our personal journeys reflect this cosmic pattern, encouraging us to embrace change with openness and grace. In this dance, time stretches beyond human measure, the slow, patient unfolding of stellar life spans eons, inviting us to trust in the rhythms of change that are often invisible in our fast-moving world. There is beauty in the long cycles, in the gentle unfolding of transformation over time. Picture the stars scattered across the night sky as threads in a vast tapestry, each one a story of creation and change, shining with the light of countless past lives and future possibilities. This light connects us to the cosmos and to each other, a reminder that we are part of a greater whole. Feel the comfort of this eternal dance, an ongoing cycle of endings and beginnings, woven through the fabric of the universe and reflected in the quiet transformations of your own life. Change, like the stars, is a natural and beautiful process, guiding us toward renewal and deeper understanding. Let this reflection sink gently into your heart, a soothing meditation on the cosmic rhythms that shape existence, inviting you to rest in the peace of ongoing creation. In the vast expanse of the universe, uncertainty is woven into the very fabric of existence. Stars flicker and fade, galaxies drift apart and collide, and planets spin through space on paths we can only trace with wonder. This mystery, this unknown, is not a void to fear but a space rich with possibility and quiet beauty. Imagine standing beneath a sky filled with countless stars, their light traveling across unfathomable distances to reach your eyes. Each point of light carries secrets, stories yet to be told, mysteries yet to be unraveled. In this cosmic theater, uncertainty invites us to lean into curiosity, to explore without needing all the answers, to find comfort in the unknown. When we embrace uncertainty, we open ourselves to the gentle unfolding of life's mysteries. Rather than resisting the questions without answers or the paths not yet visible, we allow space for wonder and discovery. This openness becomes a sanctuary where peace can grow, a quiet garden of possibilities blossoming in the heart. Uncertainty, like a soft shadow, gives shape to light. It invites us to slow down, to notice the subtle rhythms and whispers of the world around us. In this space, the mind softens its grasp, and the heart expands to welcome the unknown with gentle acceptance. Consider how the night sky, though dark and vast, is alive with twinkling stars, swirling nebula, and distant galaxies, each a reminder that the universe is full of mysteries beyond our sight and understanding. Yet, this unknown is not empty but filled with awe and inspiration, inviting us to dream and imagine. In moments of uncertainty, we find an opportunity to cultivate patience and trust. Like the slow turning of planets or the quiet birth of stars, life's unfolding is often gradual, shaped by rhythms beyond our immediate perception. Embracing this truth, we learn to flow with change rather than resist it. Let this acceptance settle in your being, a soft balm that soothes restless thoughts and quiets the urge for control. Feel how releasing the need to know everything opens a gentle space where peace can take root, where curiosity blooms like a delicate flower in the moonlight. In the quiet darkness of the cosmos, where stars scatter like scattered seeds of light, there lies a profound truth. We are all woven into the same vast tapestry, threads of matter, energy, and time intertwined across space. Each of us a shimmering stitch in this endless fabric, connected to the galaxies, stars, and planets that dance across the universe. Consider that the very atoms within your body, the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, were forged in the heart of ancient stars. These stellar forges, long gone yet still glowing in the light that reaches us now, created the elements that built our world and every living thing upon it. You carry in your cells the story of cosmic creation, a thread spun from stardust and time. Light, traveling vast distances, connects us to distant suns and ancient epochs. When you gaze upward at the night sky, you are seeing light that began its journey long before your time, a glowing bridge through the past. This light reminds us that time flows differently on a cosmic scale. Moments stretch into millennia, and distances unfold beyond imagination. Our connection to the cosmos is not only material but also temporal and spiritual. We exist in this universe as expressions of its endless creativity, participants in a dance that spans billions of years. The cycles of birth and death, growth and decay, mirrored in the stars and galaxies, are reflected in the rhythms of our own life. Imagine the invisible threads that link you to every star, every planet, every living creature. These threads are woven from gravity's gentle pull, the flow of light and energy, and the passing of time itself. They create a tapestry of interconnectedness, reminding us that nothing exists in isolation. This awareness invites a deep sense of belonging. In the vastness of space, it is easy to feel small or separate. Yet, knowing that you are part of this cosmic web brings comfort and peace, a reminder that your existence is intertwined with the universe's grand story. Feel how this connection grounds you, a steady anchor in the endless sea of each breath you take is part of the universal rhythm, each heartbeat a note in the cosmic symphony. You are a vital thread in the fabric of existence, woven into the ongoing story of creation and transformation. Let this understanding wash over you like a gentle wave, filling you with a quiet wonder and gratitude for the beautiful, mysterious dance of life. You are both a spark of light and a thread in the tapestry, embraced by the universe's endless embrace. In the gentle quiet of this cosmic night, imagine yourself resting beneath a vast, starlit sky. The stars shimmer softly, like distant lullabies sung by the universe itself, wrapping you in their tender glow. The vastness around you invites a deep relaxation, a letting go of the day's worries, and the gentle sinking into peaceful rest. Feel your body grow heavy and calm, each breath flowing slow and easy, like waves on a quiet sea. The rhythm of your breath matches the slow pulse of the cosmos, the steady turning of planets, the gentle twinkling of stars, the slow dance of galaxies, far, far away. You are cradled by this cosmic calm, safe and held within the universe's endless embrace. Allow any lingering tension to melt away, softening your muscles and quieting your thoughts. The mysteries of the cosmos, the eternal dance of creation and transformation, unfold gently around you, inviting you to rest without worry or rush. Imagine drifting through this tranquil space, floating lightly on the soft currents of the night. Each moment stretches gently, like a sigh carried on the breeze, carrying you deeper into a restful, dream-filled sleep. Know that you are connected to the stars, to the moon, to the turning earth beneath you. This connection is a quiet comfort, a reminder that you are never alone, held always by the rhythms of the universe. As your eyes grow heavy and your mind slows, allow yourself to be carried by this peaceful cosmic lullaby. Let go completely, surrendering to the soothing stillness, and drift gently into sleep. May your dreams be filled with stardust and wonder, wrapped in the soft glow of the endless night sky. Rest now, deeply and peacefully, embraced by the quiet mystery and timeless beauty of the cosmos.